Dialed in
to Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick, it's been a hot minute since we've done this together.
I blame you this time.
It is totally my fault. Softball is getting in the way, but that's all right. This week, I don't have softball today. I have Bucks and Brews time.
Yeah, and today is opening day for MLB baseball.
It is. This should be a fucking holiday.
It should be.
Because there's nothing better than opening day.
Say I'm gonna try to pay attention, but of course I'm watching my Tigers, who just went up 1-0 as I say
They're
that.
playing the White Sox?
Yeah,
Go
say,
Tigers.
yes, let's go.
Where are they?
At the White Sox.
Okay.
Saying. And it's weird. First day is always a later, right? So it was a 4:10 start, which I mean it's cold here in the Midwest right now,
It
right?
is.
Tomorrow's a 2:00 game. So, but yeah, it's always funny that they try to, act like this big thing. And of course, right, me to try to watch the Tigers is harder than me watching Manchester United.
You would have to get a streaming thing to Bally Sports.
It's Bally Sports, yeah, or Fubo, Fubo, or
Yeah,
something.
they have Bally Sports on it.
Is that what it is? I don't know, but those are my only options, right? And I'm just like, I'm not gonna buy another stream or MLB Extra Innings, and Fubo, Fubo.
So I don't have T-Mobile anymore.
Oh, who'd you
So
go with?
no more MLB.TV
Oh shoot!
for free.
Uh-oh.
Mike does have T-Mobile.
Yeah.
I'll be using his.
Who'd you go with?
We switched to Xfinity in September
Oh, okay.
because
I
they
see.
were running better deals, and I was pretty fucking fed up with T-Mobile at that
Dude,
point.
they're horrible, aren't they?
I mean, they're all shitty.
Yeah.
But they seem to take the cake on shitty.
Yeah. Well, dude, I mean, I switched to T-Mobile years ago
Same.
for about a week, and then because you get the free trial.
Did you have T-Mobile or did you have Sprint?
No, so my whole life I went from Verizon. Sprint bought them, so I went to Sprint.
Sprint didn't buy Verizon. You had Nextel.
Sorry, excuse me, I had Nextel.
Yep.
Then went to Sprint.
Yep.
And then I was like, I'm gonna save a little bit of money here. I'm 25. It was later in my life. Sounds really, from 16 to whatever. And so then we do T-Mobile, and I don't have service at my job. Like it just absolutely sucked so much. So I was like, nope, we're going back to Sprint. So then I had Sprint, and then T-Mobile bought them, and I ran with that for just shy of a year probably, and it was just horrible. So then Verizon's supposed to be the best, and they were offering me cheaper, for my business lines than what T-Mobile was. So I was like, all right, let's give it a shot. And Courtney put it under her name, so I officially don't have it in my name anymore. And so and Verizon's good, like not great, but they're good.
They have a good network.
Yeah, I say it gets me, phone calls I need. I can do things, stuff like that. So
Yeah, Xfinity's been fine. I mean, I don't love Comcast as a company, but it's been fine. And I mean, they didn't try to charge me for stuff I didn't use when I left them like T-Mobile did.
oh my goodness.
Yeah. They really liked the phone call that they made where they're like, well, you canceled a day late, so you owe $9. Bullshit, motherfuckers. We asked you exactly
Yeah.
the last day we could cancel. And we were waiting because they couldn't get Caitlin's phone to transfer over because they had it locked.
That's right. I remember that.
And
Yeah.
it was like a month-long process. So I had a month longer than I needed to.
Yeah.
And literally, Dawn said verbatim, listen, you can do whatever the fuck you want. This bill ain't getting paid. You can fuck right off.
Yeah.
They sent it to collections, and Dawn goes, I told T-Mobile this bill ain't getting paid. I ain't fucking paying you either. Don't call me again. Fuck off.
Yeah. For $9.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Well, now it's $35 because they charged $25 late fee.
Oh, good for them. Yeah. Let's say.
Guess what? You ain't getting it.
Gosh.
Not happening.
It's funny because I hope it goes far. And once it gets garnished, I hope you take it to court, spend the money to.
They're never going to take it to court.
Oh, nobody would, but I would, right? It'd be hilarious. Just be like, nope, here you have to pull the records that states that you told me this exact date, and then subpoena them. Make them just do so much work.
Yeah.
You'll do it without a lawyer, right? This would be fun to me.
So, shameless plug before you get into our normal open.
Yeah.
Saturday, live on Podbean,
Yeah.
live on Twitch. So really only anybody, that's watching on Twitch right now would know this. Saturday, 10 a.m.
10 a.m. boys.
2024 baseball episode.
And that's a me fault. We always do it before opening day,
We do.
but you know, we had a lot going on. You're starting to get a lot going on. So
Well, and not only will it be me and you, but the eye candy will be in studio.
yeah, and the boys,
And the twins.
Yeah.
The professor and his brother.
and they can finally get their swag that's been
They-
sitting
yeah.
here for.
Well, Dan took his swag.
Oh, did
The
he? Okay.
professor did not.
What a jerk face.
Yes. And he's the one we have on the most.
Let's say, yeah,
So really excited for that.
very.
Love the baseball episode. We say this every year. We should do a football episode at
We
the beginning of football
we-
season.
As we said, we can't even get a baseball episode to run on time.
No shit.
So, but as always, guys, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Today, because I'm doing a baseball episode on Saturday, trying to watch a little bit of my girlish figure. I am drinking water. David, what do you got?
I'm starting with a Mobcraft Amber. Have you had this?
Yes.
It's very good.
Yeah.
After that, from Shorts Brewing, a soft parade.
There you go.
And after that, from New Holland, a rum punch.
Yeah. Nice. I'm excited for Saturday because I think I'm gonna try to find some beers that I think scream baseball to me. So
I am just bringing some little more expensive good stuff.
let's say, yeah.
So
So, you and I have not talked, but we do how men talk. We talk through vines and memes and whatever else there TikTok videos. And so we've shared a few with each other that we find great topics for us to talk about.
I want to say this first.
Mhm.
The work week thing. And we're going to start talking about differences between a 4-day, 5-day, and a 6-day work week.
Mhm.
That better have been fucking satire. I feel like towards the middle end, it was satire. But people are really this stupid.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't shock me if it was not satire.
Yeah.
So basically, a guy interviewing a lady who's a consultant, and she's like, well, overwhelmingly, the people I've talked to say they want a 6-day work week, not a 4-day work week. And he's like, well, who do you talk to? She goes, well, CEOs and board members.
Yeah.
He's like, well, that's why, because they're CEOs and board members. They're not going to do that, but they're going to require their staff to do that.
Yeah.
And she wasn't in on the joke, I guess.
Right.
Or was she? I'm not sure.
It seemed a little weird, right? And he's like, why wouldn't you ask of the amount of people that are doing the work? Well, no, everybody's doing work. And it's like, no.
Why don't you go to the actual workers? And she goes, well, they don't pay me. They don't have any money.
They don't have any say. Yeah.
Right.
Say.
So I'm hoping that was satire, but let's discuss 4, 5, 6-day work week. You know, I brought this up with the eye candy and he's like, yeah, I'd be in favor of 4-day, 10-hour work week.
Well, I was saying, even I used to work a 4-day work week and it was 3 12s
Mhm.
and 1 6.
Mhm.
And so then, right, somebody else would cover the other 6 hours and then they'd go cover the other, because it was 12 hours. I worked the morning, right? So let's say, I don't remember the hours, 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. Somebody would work 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. And then we'd work, I'd work 6 a.m. to noon. Somebody would work noon to 6. And then the night shift would do the opposites, right?
Mhm.
So you had 2 halves of the week and stuff like that. I worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and half day Wednesday, which was honestly, it was great. Like I could leave Wednesday, go on, go on vacation for 3 days, kind of a thing. I've worked a job where I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday for 36 hours and get paid for 40. So I work 3 12s. It gives me the full week to do what I want. I've worked a normal job where I don't know if I've ever had a 9 to 5 job.
Mhm.
Just to be honest, I have to think about it. I mean, I guess, yeah, the intention of the management job, my
Yeah.
latest job, was supposed to be 9 to 5. Granted, I worked from 7 a.m. till,
Okay.
3 a.m. I was working all the time, but so that's what I want to get into is like, hey, what the intentions are versus what you actually work. Gentex, I worked from 3 a.m. to 1 p.m., Monday through Friday, and then I worked Saturday, but Saturday wasn't mandatory. So, there's so many different options of things, but so I've worked both of them. And yes, personal life, looking back, like I loved the 4-day work week,
Mhm.
right? Never worked 4 10s, but I've, 3 12s and a 6.
I mean, I loved a 4-day school week. So
Yeah.
I,
Oh.
I feel that a lot of studies have been done and it shows you're just as productive in a 4-day, 32-hour week as you are in a 4-day or a 5-day, 40-hour week.
Yep.
And I think that's 100% accurate if you're in an office. because you get sucked into so many stupid ass things that if you just lop off one of those days, the tendency is you would be pulled into less of those because you have work to do. And it's, there's not bullshitting time around the water cooler at that
Right.
point. There's, hey, I got stuff to get done. I need to go do that.
The city of Wyoming, they're closed on Fridays,
Mhm.
right? Every week. They only do a 4-day work week. Because they say it's saving us money because they don't have to heat the building, cool the building, run all the stuff and have people there for the extra day.
Yep.
So,
Which makes sense.
yeah.
Now I know working from home, do I think I'd be more productive in like 8 less hours? I don't know. Because I'm pretty productive in my time.
Right.
So if you lop off 8 hours, maybe I'm not as productive. Or maybe I am.
Right.
I guess I would have to try it to see. I'm pretty productive with work hours when I'm, when I need to get stuff done.
Well, and I think the problem with you is, okay, so it's not lopping off 8 hours, it's just putting 2 extra on the other days,
Mhm.
right? So, it would suck for your schedule because now the only difference,
mean, if you
you'd
did-
be getting up at
If you did
6 a.m.
32-hour work weeks,
Oh, sure.
is the point.
Is that what their plan is?
I know Bernie's looking at, chopping the work week down to 32-hour work weeks.
Oh, really?
He is. He's
Okay.
putting legislation in, which will never go anywhere because they do nothing. But he's putting legislation in for a 4-day, 32-hour work week as full time.
Well, that's technically full time currently.
Yeah, but
But
that would basically,
nobody ever gives it
yeah,
to you.
you would get overtime over 30.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha. Okay.
Like literally treating it that way.
Gotcha. Okay. This makes sense.
Mind you, I've not read a whole lot about what he's putting through because it has zero chance of getting passed.
Right. It's
But the fact that, he's putting that through, at least changes that he tries to make, I'm hopeful that in 15, 20 years might be adopted.
I mean, he's been trying for 50 years now.
I mean, he has, but slowly things start moving. And again, politics in the US is horse shit.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it's all corporate owned. Carlin said a long time ago, this country was bought and paid for a long time ago, and it's owned by the corporations. And it really is. And that sucks for us.
Yep.
Because nothing is about making life easier on us. It's about making it easier for a businessman.
Right.
And not a businessman like me and Dawn, who, owns a small business, but a businessman like Elon Musk, who's, head of 4 companies and, thinks everybody should work 900 hours a week.
Right. So you just keep working and making me money. And
Did you see the CEO of BlackRock
yeah, I
came out and
I
said
sent
that
that video to you.
nobody should retire at the age of 65?
Yeah. They say
They should just keep working.
the red-haired girl.
Yeah.
I sent that and I watched that whole video. She was very well spoken.
Very.
And it talked well to me. And I was like, oh, you're doing very good at what you do. Better than what I speak on Bucks and Brews,
Right.
right? I'd love to reach out to her and see if she'd want to come on. But yeah, they're selling off part of the portfolio to a secondary thing that they've created
Yep.
just to do things. And that just blew my mind, right? Like I understand you're over here trying to make money. They're the 4th richest, let's call it a nation, right? Or
They have the 4th largest economy
yeah, economy.
when compared to nations.
Yeah, let's say, right?
In the world.
Yeah.
What was it, like $4 trillion?
No, it was like 11.
Okay, but it was it was trillions,
Yeah,
not
it's
billions.
10 or 11 trillion dollars.
Which
right?
is hard to fathom because it's hard for us to fathom
brain-
1 billion.
Our brains can't fathom. it,
No.
right? Like I was explaining this to somebody the other day. Like Elon Musk, at one point was worth $1 trillion. Like our brains cannot fathom that amount of money, that amount of time, that
Yep.
amount of anything. We've never been able to put that in, right? Like, you could fill up just umpteen buckets of sand and it's still not a trillion grains of sand, right? Like it's just insane to me.
So I was tipped off to this yesterday, and it must have been on my computer, not my phone. One of my coworkers said, "Look up this random place in Montana, real estate," and I went, "Okay," and I look it up, and I'm like, "All right, what the fuck am I supposed to see here other than it's Montana and nobody wants to fucking live there?" She goes, "Did you look at the price of the houses?" I said, "Yeah, it's astronomical. I would never buy a fucking house in Montana for $4 million. She goes, "Yeah, and they're tiny."
Mhm.
I want to live where people are. And I don't like people.
Yeah.
But I want to live where modern convenience is. Okay. I don't want to live where my closest neighbor is 18 miles from me.
Right. So you
I don't want to live in the cold.
don't want to live in the cold. You want to be able to go to the grocery store. Our life, we can go to the grocery store every day. And I do. I mean, I almost every day do, right? Call me a picky person, whatever it is. My wife and I, for the longest time, bought frozen chicken breast. It was 10-pound bag,
Mhm.
and it was, $2 a pound, whatever it would be, right? So $20. You get it on special. Anyway, and then we realized we didn't like frozen chicken. So hey, let's go get it fresh, right?
Yep.
And so now it's like, all right, we'll get a 2-pound pack. 2 days we're eating chicken in a row. Now we don't have it sitting around, and we're gonna go eat fresh just because we like fresh chicken versus frozen chicken. We're not paying any extra. It's just more work. But I live a mile. One
Maybe.
mile, right? I think it is. I think it's like 1.1 miles, to be honest with you. But like if I went to Family
Okay,
Fair,
maybe,
if
yeah.
I went to Family Fair, I bet that's half a mile.
Yeah, it's less.
But Family Fair is going to cost me
More.
ton,
More
right?
than Meyer, yeah.
So I'll go to Meijer, save my extra 10 cents. But I mean, literally half price when you go to Meijer for things like that. I bragged to you earlier, so I have to give a huge shout out, right? So Fresh Time, which is now owned by Meijer over in Grand Rapids, they're running $10 for beef tenderloin. So I'm gonna make. I went and they sold them by the sleeve only. So I bought 2. Brought my wife with me because you limit one, but I bought 2 of them, and now I have unlimited.
Well, I mean, it's limited, but it's a lot.
That's a lot. I have, I don't know, 10 or 15 pounds of fillets that I'm going to be making some point soon. So, very excited about that. So, but like I'll travel for, because I mean, beef tenderloin is normally $18, $17.99 a pound, right? And to get it for $9.99 a pound, I'm happy with.
I don't get all of my groceries at one store,
Yeah, no,
3 or 4, because I have certain things I like from certain places.
sure.
If I'm getting vegetables, I'm going to Fresh Time or I'm going to Horrocks. Most of the time, I'm going to Horrocks. If I'm getting, meat,
Yep.
I might get it at Horrocks, might get it at Fresh Time.
Mm,
If I'm getting staples, I'm probably going to get it at Meijer because it's just easier.
Yep.
And the price difference isn't that much.
I would say, and then
Aldi is
Aldi's-
another one.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's-
I'll do Aldi a lot.
we do a lot of Aldi and a lot of Meijer. And Aldi, it's weird because like Aldi Organics, they're picking up their organic game, or
They are.
or
Aldi has gotten really good.
my wife is very much about that. I can't, we don't eat grass-fed beef, or honestly, we eat turkey for a ground. But like, I don't spend extra money on things. But if she wants things like ketchup, hey, can we do no preservatives? Fine, I'm fine with it. Sure, I love, I don't even remember what I like anymore. It used to be
Heinz is my
Hein-
favorite.
Heinz, but now I have to do Hunt's.
I'm
That's-
getting Red Gold.
Oh yeah, yep. Let's
Is
say
it Red Gold?
yeah.
Okay.
Yep. And
Because they're a smaller business.
no, they're huge. You should look into them.
They're a more family owned business than
Yeah.
Heinz or Hunt's.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But it's hard because you say that, but Heinz is from West Michigan.
Mhm.
Granted, they've just gotten to be huge, so it's hard to hate on them, right? But like they're here. They're in Holland, Michigan.
So you're gonna laugh at this.
Yeah.
My wife, I'm coming home from practice Tuesday. She's like, "Hey, I made you dinner." Sweet, what'd you make? She goes, "I made hot dogs and beans."
Hell yeah.
Cool. I love hot dogs and beans.
Oh, yeah.
Because I love hot dogs.
Let's say.
So I get home, I get my shower, get myself a dish, I take a bite. The fuck kind of hot dogs? Are these? She goes, "Why?" I'm like, "Because it tastes like shit."
It tastes funny.
She goes, "They're ballpark." And I'm like, "I don't like it."
Mm.
And she goes, "Are you serious? That used to be your go-to." I'm like, "I don't like them. They don't taste good." And she goes, "You've been eating Nathan's too long." I'm like, "I guess so, because these do not taste good." Now, I tried them today cold.
Mhm.
Cold, they were better.
Really?
But I did not
they-
like them hot at all.
Were they all beef?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah, but I always get all beef.
No, that's the stupidest thing in the world.
I always get all beef.
It's funny. Everybody's like, "Oh, all beef's so much better," and I'm like, "No, it's not. I don't love all beef hot dogs. I'm not afraid to admit this. I want the dirty bird. I want the ass, the lips. Grind that thing up.
I will eat an all beef. I like all beef hot
I'm a
dogs.
bar S kind of guy.
yeah.
Like 79 cents for a pack of hot dogs.
I told her, I'm
I
like,
do, yeah.
listen, if you made ballparks,
Yeah.
and I put them on a bun with, mustard and relish and onion and
Yeah.
ketchup, I'm probably fine.
Yeah.
But where I can actually taste the meat like that,
In the beans, yeah. So,
not not good.
Oh.
Not good. She goes, well, I didn't want to waste Nathan's in hot dogs and beans. I'm like, yeah, I totally get that. You're not wrong.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you right now. It wasn't great.
That's too bad. So, but so, 6-day work week, of course, CEOs, right? I mean, they want people to constantly be there. They want production to be 24/7.
Musk wants all employees on call all the time.
Right. But he doesn't want to pay them to be on call
Correct.
the entire time. Right. Like that was
What I've learned
that was
since-
my thing at my last job.
Mhm.
Right. Remember, I mean,
Yeah.
I was here, I'd be in doing this and
and you would have phone calls and shit.
right. And
all the time.
I would stop but and so then it was funny because originally they paid me hourly. And so then they're like, oh, write down what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. So I literally just write down everything. And oh, well, it looks like you had, between 6 and 7:15 off. And then I took a call at 7:15. So you're not paying me for the hour and a half? Like, well, no. Why would we pay you? So you want me to punch out, punch back in when you want me to work, and then punch back out. Yeah, that's not how this works, right? Like, you have me on the clock answering the phone.
You're on call. That means you're on call that entire time. Otherwise, when the call comes, you just go ignore.
Well, no, was it? So then, we agreed upon a salary, right? Which
fine.
I negotiated a very low salary to make it fair for them, not fair for me. But I also knew I was going to slow down my side of things, right? Because I had already caught up. I did everything for this business
Mhm.
very, very quickly. And people, put it this way, right? They had 400 open orders when I originally got there. Within 1 month, we were in the double digits. Okay. Like that's how great of an impact I did. Right. So, I knew I wasn't going to have to be constantly doing stuff. So, I remember I regret things, right? Like I'm out at a nice dinner with my wife and there's a huge flood, but the owner of the company, right, I had to call him because, this is a $25,000 job. I'm like, hey, we got to get this done, this. And I was like, I'm out to eat with my wife, right? Like, oh, thanks for taking care of this. And but he would send me, a nice check, right? Hey, I appreciate you check. Here you go. Sorry your dinner was ruined. Let me pay for that dinner kind of a thing, right? And so when you feel appreciated, you have no problem doing that type of stuff, right? It's when the company doesn't feel like they're appreciating you. That's the problem.
That's a lot of it right there.
Mhm.
Is if you feel like your work is valued and you feel appreciated as an employee,
Yep.
you're more willing to do things.
Oh gosh, yes.
Smaller companies tend to get away with that stuff because they have a smaller workforce, so they can actually impact on a personal level with everybody they deal with. So one of the videos, I don't know if I shared this with you, was buzzwords that people hate at businesses. And one of them was in the top 10 was, we're a family.
Mhm.
I never say that shit. You know where we're a family in my house? We're a family in softball.
Right.
Do I feel like we have a family type atmosphere at Breaker? Sure, I do. I like the employees that we have.
Right.
I feel like we're fairly close, most of us. So yeah, there's that atmosphere. But again, we're not family.
Well, the same. There's a different. Okay, so I was young and cocky.
Mhm.
Who would have guessed that, right?
Yeah.
But Steelcase, they used to parade around the big wig around Christmas time to hand out their $125 bonus or whatever the hell it was that and shake hands with the people, right?
Mhm.
And so of course my dumbass looks at the big wig and goes, I bet you don't even know that guy's name. And he's
Of
like,
course you did.
oh, of course, right? And he's like, well, he's a great employee and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, cool. I was like, I'll tell Chris you said, but it was just funny to me, right? Because it was like, you're a number to these people. Like
Yep.
now here, right? Every employee's name.
Mhm.
And that's what makes it more like a fan. People say that because they know your name
Mhm.
versus, hey, your employee number, 27462. Yes, was my Gentex employee number, right? That's who I was. People would ask me all the time, who are you? I was like, I'm 27462. That is my number, right? Like that. They don't know that they're writing a check to something.
Mhm.
They're writing to employee this. That's what it is, right? And so,
Well, and I mean, because we are a small business of about 10 people,
yeah,
we care about our employees. We care about what's going on in their life, what is impacting that. I mean, if they give us a phone call and they're like, listen, I can't do it today. It's a horrible day. These things have gone wrong.
Yep.
Dawn's going to go, yeah, it's my problem. It's not yours. If you need the day, take the day. I'll figure it out. And
For
sometimes
the most part, right?
sometimes that's me figuring it out. You know, she's like, hey, I need you because we're running light today because so and so had an issue. Hey, no big deal. I'll come in and pick up that slack because again, we care about our employees. So we want everybody to, you know, come in the right frame of mind because if you're already in a bad mood, you have the tendency to snap at people, whether that be employees or customers. It really doesn't matter. I don't want you snapping at employees. I don't want you snapping at customers. So if you're not in the right frame of mind and you can't be here, cool. Let us know.
Yeah.
I'm not going to hold that against you. Now, if you do that 10 times in a row, I might hold it against you.
Well, and you know, so like I noticed it today, right? And it's something it's probably not noticed, but right. One person came in, what's going on? And all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I didn't even realize it was past the time.
Yeah.
To me, you had handled it fine. Like, hey guys, just to let you know, like we could do it this way. But really, like one's coming in, like, what, you know, let's go. And it's like, whoa, now you're putting this pressure. And it's just, hey, you know, if you go about it smoothly, there's a whole different setup of things, right? So you know, so it's just you gotta understand, hey, when you're stressed out and start knowing who you are, right?
Well, I mean, we had that a lot last week with the bowling fundraiser. I talked to you about this a little bit
Yeah.
off air. So, you know, Chris was stuck getting stuff at the last minute because somebody dropped the ball that wasn't us.
Yeah.
And he was immensely stressed out all of Saturday. And we, you know, we start registering people at 5 o'clock on Saturday. I show up, you know, just before 5.
Yep.
And he's already frazzled. And I don't think Chris knows when he's frazzled. I think he realizes it like 4 hours later.
Right.
So he'll be a little snippy and stuff, and people will be like, man, what's his problem? Yeah, he's just frazzled. What, just ignore him. It's fine. It's no big deal. In 3 hours, he'll be fine again.
Yeah.
So, and he was really high strung, and then the event starts. And then he starts slowly just, you can see just all of the anxiety start to drain out of him. So we go around and we do a couple of rounds of 50-50, and we do a couple rounds of raffle tickets. And he grabs me at one point and he's like, come on, I'm getting you a drink. I'm like, I already had one. He goes, yeah, I'm getting you another one. I'm like, how? They don't even know who the fuck you are. I go up there to get a drink. I walk to his wife and I'm like, hey, Ginny, is the tab under you or Chris? And she goes, it's under Chris. I'm like, cool. So I go up there and I'm like, put it on this person's tab. We don't have him. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have him? We don't have anybody by that name. How do you spell it? So I tell them how to spell it. And they go, is that with a J? I literally just fucking spelled it to you. What do you mean is that with a J?
Oh, no.
Here's a question. Do you have that spelling with a J? Well, no. Then why are you asking me? Seriously.
Right.
It took me almost 10 minutes to get a drink.
I would have been like, nah, I'm good.
So by the time they figure it out,
Mhm.
they're like, oh, it's the head coach. It's just under coach. Okay, cool.
Coach.
Cool.
Yes.
It was actually under Chris, but
Right.
still.
It's still.
She goes, okay, you want rum and Diet Coke, but do you want rum or do you
Rum.
want Captain? I said, I want Captain. She goes, do you want a single or a double? Well, now I want a double because you've annoyed me for 10 minutes.
Yeah. No. I get that. That's, you know, that's funny. That's why I just drink. Everybody asks me, oh, why don't you drink this? I'll just drink Bud Light. Why? Because you can't fuck it up. All right.
That's a true story.
Like you just, there's zero chances, right?
I'll tell you, I had 2 doubles.
Yeah.
One was very different than the other. The second one was a double. The
Yeah.
first one was like maybe 1.5, maybe.
Right. No, so I, you know, and that's where you look at it and say, how do you spell it? Like I've spelled it out for you. I've done all this.
Yeah, I did everything that was necessary.
And see, at that point, I'd be like, look, I understand this guy wants to buy me a drink, but just pour me a fucking drink and I'm gonna pay for it myself. Like here, no, don't worry about anybody's tab.
No, at that point, I was just gonna walk away. I was literally just gonna
Yeah.
walk away.
Yes, sir.
I was getting visibly annoyed.
Yeah.
And honestly, the owner's wife is like, it's just under this. Would you just ring it in as this?
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, okay.
Gotcha.
And I'm just sitting there like, really? It took this long? And again, small business.
Yep.
So they get extra leeway.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if I'm at Burger King and this shit's going on, I'm probably fucking annoyed.
Right.
I was mildly annoyed, but I was letting it go on because they're trying to figure shit out. That's great.
Yeah. And I mean, you guys fill the whole house.
We filled the whole place. We had 83 or so couples.
That's amazing. Good for you guys.
I mean, we made good money for the program. People were very generous. They bought a ton of raffle tickets and shit. And we gave away 2 Bucks and Brews prize packages.
Hell yes.
I don't know the people that won the first one,
Whatever.
but the ones that won the second one was his daughter, who I coached when she was in Little League.
Gotcha.
She was really happy because she won the grand prize of the Blackstone.
Oh wow.
But the minute she won ours,
Yeah.
she threw the fucking shirt on and she goes, "Thanks, Dave," because she's allowed to call me Dave. She was so excited about having the fucking shirt and coaster. I gave a shirt, a coaster, a bottle opener,
Yeah.
a sticker, and a magnet.
That's amazing.
So there were 2 prize packs of that.
Yeah.
And she was so thrilled with that. Way more happy when she won the Blackstone, obviously.
Of course.
But very happy with the Bucks and Brews prize pack.
Yeah. No, so I guess back to the 4-day work week versus a 6-day work week versus a 5, right? So yes, studies show that you're more productive. You're the same productivity of 4 days versus 5 days.
Correct.
Because you're cutting out, like, again, the cooler talk. You know what? Everybody's still gonna get the thing is like, you want people to always step up and do extra and do things like that, right? If you had a thing where you do projects, and it's like, no, like I'm in my busy time, like I'm giving 100% of what I'm willing to give during this time.
Yeah.
To get things done, like every minute of my day is taken up, right? Where, yeah, okay, now if I'm only doing 32 hours, but yes, I'm chit chatting and talking, they're still going to do that same amount of work, just because it doesn't need to be done as quick, right?
Well,
If you give me, I'm the kind of person where I just get the fucking job done, right? Like that is who I am.
well,
Like,
you've been an employee and you've been a boss.
oh gosh, yes.
So as a boss, do you feel like you get the best out of your employees by standing over them every second?
No.
Or giving them the ability to make some decisions and knowing that you trust them and you value them?
So the problem is I love to talk.
Mhm.
And so if I'm there, oh, they drop everything because they know that that's free money.
Yep.
Oh, boss is here, man. We're gonna talk for an hour and I'm getting paid for this bad boy. So I fucking intentionally don't be there, right?
Mhm.
Like, oh yeah, we're working on this, we're working on that. And it talks about everything and things will go through all of it. And it's like, nah, you know what? I just stay away and then I'll show up, the next morning. Hey, do we need anything? Where are we at? All right, great. I'm out of here, right? But no, if I watch them, oh dude, nothing would get done.
Nothing.
Nothing. Let me be clear on this. My guys would, I don't know if you were like this, but we talked about it with my kids from the bowling team.
Yeah.
One of the teachers, Mr. Dix, I won't say his first, but it was like, we used to have bets to see we would start stopwatches to see who can get him off topic the longest. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. You'd be like, hey, no, what about this? No, guys, we're not talking about that. But what about it? And he's like, all right. And so you just make bets on who can get but that's who, my employees are, right? Who can get Nick to talk to them? So you bought this one. How'd you buy it again? What was the story? And I'm like, dude, I just told you yesterday how I found. Like, oh Jesus, you start to notice. But no, to me, I look at it and go, but they don't intentionally know they're doing it that I know of, right? But they're not maliciously taking advantage of me in any way. So,
Well, and that's the other thing. Are they doing it because they like you and they actually want to talk to you?
oh yeah.
Or are they doing it because they're just bullshitting and wasting time?
No, well, they respect me and they want me to feel comfort of what they're doing. They want all that type of stuff. Yeah, they're not wasting time. In anything.
Yeah. And I mean, when you look at those things, you're like, okay, I understand.
Yep.
Like, even people here,
Yep.
There are times that not everybody jumps up right away.
Yeah.
I get that. We're talking and we're enjoying each other's company. That's great. There is a time to work, though.
Yeah.
And 2 rooms just finished. Let's go do the work. And then we can get back to the bullshit.
Yep.
Happy to bullshit, but we have to have time to be able to bullshit.
And so that's but my guys are different though. Like my guys work 7 days a week.
Mhm.
Right? That's their choice. I honestly
Yeah, you're not asking them.
not at all, right? But Monday they'll work 7 hours, Tuesday they'll work 4, Wednesday they'll work, 8 hours, whatever it might be. They just work whatever hours they want. they have between they have a 3 month deadline, right? So
Yeah.
like if I buy it January 1st, the end of March, we're done, right? Like whatever they work in, if they wanted to work it all in 24 hours at the end, I don't care. Like we have it all. Granted, I would be annoyed, but right, like whatever
Your anxiety would be sky high.
Oh god, 100%. But you know, hey, no, we'll get it done. We'll get it done. Great. Okay, that's all that matters to me, right?
Yeah, but those are good employees. When you sit there and you set a reachable goal.
Mhm.
Hey, I need this on March 31st. It's January 10th.
Yep.
Can you get this done by March 31st? Yes, I can.
Mhm.
Great. Get it done.
Yep.
That's
Or-
it.
Or right, it'll be really close. We might be a week after that. Honestly, 1 week, I'm not worried about it as
Yep.
long as you tell me this, right? Like,
Keep me posted.
Yep.
Let me know.
and that's why I stop over. Like, you know, every so often, I'm like, I usually stop over a couple times a week, but like, you know, between different sites and things like that. I'm like, all right, this is like great. We're still on track. Yeah, funny, I'm fine. Oh, hey, we hit this hiccup. Yeah, it's not, you know, just one day, not gonna be. So now that day, right? They're working 7, 8 hours that
Mhm.
day versus the 3 hours or whatever, right? And if they catch up and they do whatever, then they're taking 3 hours the next day,
Yeah.
right? They don't care. You know, and people find it so weird because they think everybody needs to be there 9 to 5, and I'm like,
They don't.
I don't give a shit when
I-
you're here. The
Again,
only thing I care about is if you're cutting flooring at 2 a.m. If the neighbors call the cops saying there's too loud of noises, you just call me and I will come over and go, hey, I'm sorry, that's my fault, right? Like
Yep.
that way I can take the fall for it because I don't care. Like, no, we have work to do, sir. Say,
again, the best bosses I've ever had listen to the things I tell them.
Yeah.
Because I'm the expert.
Yep.
And the worst bosses I've ever had hear the things I say and then they just ignore it and give a different story. And then they call me under the carpet for why didn't this go the way I said? Well, it didn't go the way you said because you didn't listen to me when I told you that this is the way it's going to be.
Right.
Listen, I'm not dragging my feet. I'm not trying to, make this take longer than it's going to take.
Right.
I've done this for X number of years. I know how long this is going to take.
Mhm.
I might be able to cut that by a week, but I'm not going to be able to cut that by a month.
Right.
And you telling people that I can cut that by a month is you setting me up to fail. And when you set me up to fail, I'm going to make you look stupid.
It's saying you'll finish on your normal deadline.
Yeah.
So, you know, but you know, I think that there has to be a set schedule
Mhm.
because you can't just, you know, like Gentex, for example, right? They could do things, but you know, if you gave everybody the opportunity to come in whenever they felt like one person and okay, it's a 7-man line or a 6-man line, one's gonna come in at 9, one's gonna come at 9:15, one's gonna come in at 9:30, one's gonna come in at 9, you know, every 15 minutes, and then by the time 10:30 rolls around, you finally have everybody there. By that time, the first person's taking their first break, right?
Yeah.
And so you never have a full actual line kind of a thing. And so it doesn't work. But so you have to have certain things be certain times. You know, one thing I did enjoy about Gentex was they'd let you punch out 3 minutes early and you get paid for the full extra. And if you punched in earlier than 3 minutes, you got paid. You know, you get paid. Like they weren't trying to rip you off, right? And I've never like if I'm 3 minutes early, I'm late. Like that's my opinion,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
Like I don't like to be rushed. Yes, and don't get me wrong. We had pop there, right? And coffee and stuff. But like I would grab my thing. I would, you know, grab my pop in the morning, just take a little sit and go, all right. Like, and I drink that. And yes, they'd pay me for 2 minutes of me drinking my pop and eating my hard boiled egg in the morning as I'm walking out to my station, getting ready to give them a full 8-hour day or 10-hour days worth of work. Anybody that thinks that 2 minutes of my time isn't worth 10 hours of their time, because when I'm out, I'm just like you. When I'm out there, I'm giving you my best for the most
Yeah.
part, right? Yeah, we all have off days, but like most of the time, I'm giving you my best, right?
We went from a time clock
Yeah.
to you log in on your computer.
Yeah.
So for a few months, I would log in on my computer when I parked my car
Oh yeah,
because I'm at work.
yeah. I showed up.
So the walk in to me
Yep.
is time you're paying me for.
Yep.
I got a phone call one day from my boss. Did you punch in before you walked in the doors? Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to do that. if you do that again, they're going to fire you. I'm like, oh, okay. So now I walked in the door. I stopped in the hallway and I logged in and I clocked in. And then I walked upstairs to my desk.
Right.
Because you gave me the parameter. The parameter is
Be in the building.
until you scan your badge at the door, you're not at work.
Right.
Cool. I scanned my badge at the door. I walked through the door. Now I'm at work.
Yep.
So you're going to pay me to walk upstairs to my desk.
Mhm.
I'm not hourly anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Right.
But again,
If the company's worried that much about that 2 minutes that you're, sure, you and I are big guys. We're not gonna run up these fucking steps.
correct.
But I'm gonna take my time. I'm gonna think about my day. All right, and once I get there, boom, it's just here we go.
How many people do you know that would punch in and then go to the bathroom
Oh, so many.
all the time?
Yeah, I mean, I did.
Or punch in and then go get coffee?
Yeah.
Or punch in and then go talk to, the person next to them for 15 minutes.
Yep.
All the time.
Yeah.
I punched in and walked into the building
Right.
and they're like, nope, can't do that. Cool. Then I'll walk into the building and then I'll punch in
Right.
and then I'll get to my desk and I'll work. I'm not going to go. I didn't drink coffee anyway, so I wouldn't go to get coffee.
Right.
If I went and got water, I'm not going to talk to anybody because I'm antisocial anyways. And I'm an introvert. Anybody that I want to talk to is probably not here right now. So
Yep.
not going to talk to them.
Oh,
I was the perfect in-office employee because I didn't do extra stuff because I didn't want any of that.
right.
I'm not getting sucked into what did you do this weekend? Because we're not friends.
We'll say in the difference, like I was that guy. Hey man, like what'd you do this week? Like I'm
Yeah,
building.
but you're an extrovert.
Oh gosh, yes, but I'm also building that family environment. Granted, I only worked with I don't know 17 guys. Like half of like more than half of us would go golfing together. We'd go drinking together. We'd go do things together. Like we built this because I wanted to make sure we had a working environment where people wanted to be around each other. So if I walked up to you and said, "Hey man, can you cover me?" I think so. Yes.
Oh, here, have some more.
Thank you. But right, like I wanted to be that guy who's like, hey, I don't want anybody to walk up and be like, no, I don't like that guy. I'm not going to do anything for him. Right. I'm going to build this relationship to say, hey, I'm willing to do anything for any of you. I'm hoping you can do the same for me.
Well, I mean, I talked to the eye candy today and I'm like, listen, I realize that I'm difficult.
Oh, I love that.
It's good, isn't it?
Oh gosh. Yeah.
And I mean, it's got pineapple, which I don't like,
Yeah.
but the passion fruit is very good.
Ooh, I really like that.
So I got that for free. That was sponsored by one of the happy hours, the
Nice.
Grand Rapids Chamber.
Nice.
I just kind of stuck it in my pocket and took it with me. Anyway, I was talking to the eye candy earlier,
Mhm.
and I'm like, I realize I'm very difficult to deal with as an employee, as a friend, literally in every kind of outing that we have. I am very difficult to deal with. But for me, it's okay because everybody knows what I am. The last time we talked, we said it. Cons of being my friend is I'm an asshole, but the pros of being my friend is I'm your asshole.
It's true.
So, and I mean, you and I are both the same in that respect.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, when we look at it, yeah, I'm very difficult to deal with. I'm very difficult to like, but I'm great at what I do, no matter what it is.
Right.
I'm very loyal. So, I mean, if I'm your friend, you know that I'm always on your side. It doesn't matter. I'm now looking at what you were looking at, and I don't know why we're frozen on Zoom, but that's
Your computer had glitched real quick. The bottom
I mean-
toolbar had gone away, and
yeah. I mean, we're literally paused on both things here. I'm gonna assume we're gonna come back.
audio's still going. So
It is.
oh,
so-
it's saying it just refreshed. So
but I mean, I get that it's difficult.
Yeah.
But again, I'm going to give you everything. It doesn't really matter whether I'm your friend or your subordinate or your colleague or, somebody that's working 32 hours or somebody that's working 40 or somebody that's working 50. Whatever you get, you're going to get everything no matter what it is.
yeah, I knew it was a break room. I didn't know the whole door was gonna get broke down. Okay.
Oh, that's Nick right there.
Yeah, this dude just came barging in.
Barging in.
There was, I mean, this whole place, I'm surprised doesn't have holes all over the place.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm really happy that the audio is still going because the video is fucking not.
Yeah, it's weird because I mean I look good on there, and that's a great showing of us. But you're doing this. The Spider-Man is what I'm seeing.
I kind of am.
So, but no, and I get it, but and along the topic of that we haven't stayed on for 40 minutes.
Yeah.
For 4-day work week versus 6-day, 5-day. The Elon Musk wants people to come back into the office, right? Because he thinks he's smarter than statistics. And it's like, no, statistically, people work just as hard, if not harder, at home. And it's funny because in the back of everybody's mind, they want to stay home, so they have to work. Like they work harder
Because they want to stay home.
right. And then also like there's that factor, and like they don't have that cooler talk. They don't have whatever, right? Sure, some people have their kid or do whatever, but I tell you, my wife, I'm pretty sure is more productive at home than she is, and she gives me the cold shoulder all the time. Like, I'll ask her.
I get asked on a constant,
Mhm.
when are you going to quit? Because break room's enough. I work with my
Never.
cats.
Doesn't say never.
I don't have any reason to leave because I work with my cats.
Right.
And I love my cats. And as long as you let me work with them, probably going to keep showing up to this.
Yeah. And say, we talked about it on a couple of the different episodes, right? Like, yeah, if you made $1 billion, you sit here and say you'd still work. And I'm like, no, you can't. But the idea is like, if there's an opportunity for people to be able to pick and choose things, let them pick and choose
Mhm.
things. But you don't need to control somebody's destiny, right?
Correct.
You need to
Yeah.
let them, you need to guide them to it, right? Like if you find the person that, keep showing up late, right? If you have the ability to offer them a later start or something like that, right? Then do that, right? But now if they're late at that new start time, that's where you have the problem, right? Like, hey, I need you to start setting your clock, 15 minutes early or whatever. Like now we have the issue, but like if it's 3 minutes late every day type thing, like they just, you have the conversation quickly, but you don't need to do that, right? I always guide people into failing themselves, right? Like, hey, this is my expectation.
Well, again, so like I have a flexible work schedule,
Mhm.
which is great during softball.
Yep.
So during softball, a lot of times, when we're actually outside, I need to no, we're not restarting. Hang on.
Yep.
Hang on, people. We have issues here. It will not close. Either way. Forgot what I was saying.
Oh, anyway, you have a flexible work schedule.
Yeah, a flexible work schedule. So, when I look at things like when we're outside,
Mhm.
I need to be out by 2:30.
Yep.
That's just the way life is. When we're inside, I don't. And I have like today, I had to go get a crown. So they took the temporary off, put the crown on. It took, I don't know, 5 minutes.
Yep.
But I hopped on work. I started working, and then I had a meeting at 9, I want to say. But I had this at 9:30. So I said at like 9:15, I'm like, hey guys, I gotta go. I'll be back. I was back on before 10 o'clock because it didn't take very long to, pop one off and pop the other one on.
Sure.
So yeah, I had a half-hour downtime. Cool.
Take your lunch early.
Well, that's just it.
Yep.
So as long as I'm getting the work done in the amount of time I'm supposed to do it, and mind you, I worked late 2 or 3 days this week
Mhm.
to make sure that whatever today was didn't affect how many hours I had. And that's what you need to really do is that type of stuff.
Yeah, and I find that I do the same type of a thing, right? Like I have a busy schedule, right? And so, hey, I prioritize what needs to be done when it needs to be done, and I go do that. But can I veer from that? Yes, as long as the next thing's more of a priority, right? But I still get the job done, right? By the end of
Absolutely.
like in my profession, I work 24 hours a day. Like people, oh, no, you don't. No, I have the ability to, right? Like, I woke up, the countless days I woke up at 2 a.m. to go handle something in my business.
Mhm.
I did an ozone machine, which takes the oxygen out of the air and then purifies it type thing, puts it back out. And if you run it for too long, it can eat away the wire. So, I set it and then I set an alarm because like, I don't want to do this. So I drive over there just to unplug it, right? Stupid thing. Yes. Could I have went and bought one of those things where it's a timer and all that? And I don't have trust I have trust issues, right?
Yeah,
So
I
it's like
get it.
I'm you know what? I'll get up in the middle of the night. Like I'm gone, right? You know, I don't like I have a snowblower. I didn't use it once this year. No, actually I did. I did, and it started up. Good for me. But like, you know, when it's snow season here, like I set my alarm for about every hour and a half, and I just sleep for, you know, an hour and a half at a time.
Yep.
Get up, go quickly, run, shovel, undress real quick, and fall right back asleep,
Yep.
or just stay, you know, and then my alarm just keeps going off every hour and a half. But because I don't want to do a shit ton of work all at once, I'd rather do a little bit of work all throughout the entire night, right? As long as I know there's a snowstorm kind
Yeah, I
of.
don't blame you.
There you
So let's pause for a second
Yeah.
so I can restart stuff because
Do it.
we're still kind of, you know, not moving. So hang out with us. We're not going anywhere. Back live. So, anyways, as we were saying, now that we've restarted and I'm not stuck in Spider-Man pose.
Yeah.
Hopefully all of the audio, I'm sure all the audio did, but it's just going to be me like that.
Right. This one might not make it to YouTube. That's okay.
You're right. It might not. That's okay. I mean, the last 3 haven't made it to YouTube because I'm slow on shit. So, you know,
It's all good.
you need a better editor.
We do. You know, we should hire one of those with
should.
all of our $0 income. I can't believe we don't have a person working 6 days a week.
I mean, we made like 3 cents once
Say we're doing pretty well.
and some beer.
I say we could pay in some beer.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We got a 6-pack and a bottle and a growler.
Oh yeah, and we've gotten a couple of growlers.
Have we gotten a couple?
Yeah, to say when we think about it, so the Ailbird.
Oh, we did get one from Albert.
Yeah, we got one from your friends out at Michigan
No, we got a bottle from Michigan wine.
Wine. Yep. I got Dawn got the Coors thing.
Oh, she did.
Yeah.
Yes.
We
that
got
was
s-
awful. The Coors seltzer.
Say we got
God, awful.
we
We
got
got Stell.
the Stell Brewing. Yep, we got sponsored by Osgood.
We did.
yep.
Yes.
And then we had gotten sponsored by Adesanya gave us a couple
Yeah.
at one time. Yeah, so we'd have to go through our whole list.
We need some more. By the way,
Yeah.
I still have not reached out to Trace Gatos.
Yeah. We have to.
We need to.
Actually,
We need to do some remotes.
we're going to soon. I know iCandy's birthday's coming up soon.
It is.
so
Are we doing a remote that day? Because I didn't think we were.
I don't know.
I mean, we can always take it.
Yeah, no. I figured we were just gonna go drink and have some fun, but
I know we're gonna start at
Apop-
Apoptosis that day,
we're starting there.
and then we're gonna end at the
Ooh.
beer exchange.
Yeah, we are supposedly ending at the beer.
We are
exchange.
going to experience, not we, you,
Yeah,
because we have.
yeah,
You are going to experience the exchange.
yeah. That'll be a good time. So all right, we've talked a little bit. We didn't dive into it much, so sorry about that. Our little opinions of what 4 to 6 day work weeks look
Yeah.
like, right? I think there's a positive for everybody, right?
Mhm.
There's people, there's people that work multiple jobs, one for more income, but I have an uncle he's not loaded, but like I promise you, he only works 2 jobs and always has, because he has the same fear as I have, like you'll never have enough money type of a thing. But
Someday you'll be broke.
right, but I also feel like he does it just A, to keep himself busy, and B, that way he knows he's not out spending money, right?
Yeah, there's some of that.
If I could work and make money, why would I do something, so that's just the kind of person he
Mhm.
is, right? I always think about it like, oh man, like my neighbor, I know he loves his lawn, but I think he just mows it every other day. 1, because he loves his lawn. 2, at that point, he's just spending $1 in gas.
What
right?
the hell else does he have to do?
I mean, he builds wood stuff all the time and does things, but like, so we don't know what people are going through. I don't ever try to guess this type of stuff, right?
I got an oil change before I came here.
Yeah.
And while I'm down there, I meet my mother, ring, ring.
Mhm.
And she starts talking about all of the million things she has to do. And we bought her this puzzle for her birthday of one of her cats.
Yeah.
That has passed. And all I've heard since she started putting this together is what a pain in the ass it is. Which has made me say, I will never buy you another fucking puzzle again, because all you've done is bitch to me about how much of a pain in the ass this is. So we started breaking it down. What do you have to do besides put this puzzle together?
Yeah.
Well, I have to clean the floors. I have to clean the bathrooms. I'm like, you're one person in a house with 3 bathrooms. How many times you clean it? Well, I have to clean them every week. All 3 of them? I might use them. What do you mean might?
When's the last time you've used that basement
So
bathroom?
I will tell you right now, Dawn used Caitlin's bathroom this week.
Yeah.
We might clean Caitlin's bathroom twice a year
Say,
because Dawn or I will use it
yeah.
every 4 months.
Say, and
When somebody else is in the bathroom and you can't wait anymore,
Yep.
somebody might run upstairs.
it's,
and-
oh,
And again, it depends on what they have to do.
right.
If I gotta pee,
Yeah.
I might run outside because it's just easier.
What's so funny that I didn't realize how many people don't do that. That's how I grew up, and my wife just still doesn't get it. I'm like, this.
I grew up in the country.
Yeah.
We had 5
You
acres.
just go pee, man.
If
Like,
I was outside, I didn't come in to pee. I just peed.
sorry, beer break. By that I mean water break.
I had beer.
But so I want to talk about your best friend.
Yes.
How much I'm absolutely in love with him. So as you know, Mr. Donald Trump has created some
Bible?
Not even just that. I was gonna go with the shoes first.
Oh, the shoes.
So right,
These gold shoes.
I don't know what the name of them are, but like they're campaign shoes or something, right?
Dog shit shoes.
He's selling them for $300 or $400, right? And
They're
then,
gold and they're ugly.
and then Mr. Trump just the other day released the Bible,
Yeah.
the King James Version Bible.
But not the Bible.
It is the Bible.
No, wasn't it the God Bless the USA
Yeah,
Bible?
Yes, God Bless the USA Bible. Yeah.
Because, Lee Greenwood sang a shitty song once.
I felt attacked, right? Somebody's like, oh, these people screaming this. And I was like, I listened to it on the 4th of July. It's a fun song. Like, hell yeah. And who doesn't love to listen to that song when you're drinking? It's funny because younger, I never listened, I never cared to listen to the words or whatever.
Yeah.
And then I was listening to it a couple of years ago, and all of a sudden it was like something about the Yellow Man, and I was like, holy shit, this is a racist ass song. I was like, hate that song.
Born in the USA?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was like, man, that's kind of weird.
Mike and I talk about this all the time. The same people that think Born in the USA is a national anthem
Yeah,
are the people that voted for Trump. It's not a national anthem.
right,
It's literally a war protest song about Vietnam.
right. Say, and which it's kind of funny that he's a diehard Republican.
Who is? Springsteen?
Yeah,
No, he's not.
no,
No.
or no, no, sorry, the other
Lee
one,
Greenwood.
Lee Greenwood, yeah.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yes.
This thing, and but right, it was like, holy cow, man. Like, but anyway, so Trump created a Bible.
Yep.
And in his Bible, it's just the Bible,
Yeah.
reprinted.
Yep.
But then he added the Declaration of Independence, the Pledge of Allegiance, the Constitution, and I don't know, a couple other document things. And I was just like, and he's selling it. It's leather bound book for $70 a piece. And I was like, man,
And what does that money go to do?
in his pocket.
Yeah, pay his legal fees?
Yeah. My favorite thing about this whole thing is, dude, I'm absolutely in love with it because of how genius it is, and it just goes to show how stupid people are.
Yes.
Not because you're supporting Trump in any way, shape, or form, not because of anything. You never wanted the Constitution in your life, right? Do you own a copy of it?
No.
Do you have an ability to Google it?
Yes.
Okay, so you could print this out if you
Yeah.
like if the Constitution is that much too. Anyway, all this guy did was take and copy paste right like onto a certain size, say, hey, print it all over to here, and literally just he didn't write a single thing, like no words written, and just puts it all into a book, and now he's just selling a thing that's already been done. He's like, this is mine. Like, and that's genius to me because people will fucking buy this, right?
Do you want me to give you a new business idea?
Yeah.
Because Dawn has a new business idea.
All right, let's do it.
Dawn has created, and she's like 4 pages short of publishing, a adult coloring book.
Yeah.
She
I've
needs
seen those.
She needs like 4 more pages to publish it to Amazon.
Yeah.
And when she publishes it to Amazon, Amazon will print it
Yeah.
and send it to you. And she will make money.
It's perfect.
And all she did was create some pages that say like fuck
Mhm.
and shit
Right.
and piss.
Right. The stupid things, and then you just color it in. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so no, I've seen.
Which, mind you, I have bought a adult coloring book before that says fucking shit and piss, and
Yeah.
I do color it.
Oh, there you go.
So my wife I might buy too. I don't know.
Somebody will buy it, right? But the idea, and honestly, she could do it by just going on to AI, create me a coloring page that has
Literally, that's
Yeah.
what she did.
and all she has to do is go change 2 lines on it, or take away something and or add something, and it's hers now, right? It's great to me that people can do this, right? Like, but the idea that Trump is just so far behind. And one thing I loved was an interview, and this is me bashing Trump now. So for all the people that, again, I'm not a Trump hater like the way David is. I'm not.
I'm a fucking Trump hater. Fuck
Right.
that guy.
But like this guy, he goes, "All right, so you're really about the Bible," and he's like, "Yep." You want to share some of your favorite passages? Mind you, every wedding anybody goes to, there's always a passage in there about it.
Ask me my favorite passage.
What's your favorite passage?
I'm sorry, we are not going to talk about that right now because that is just too personal. And I will not have you question my devotion to Jesus. I'm just telling you right now that my personal favorite passage in the Bible, I will not discuss with you.
Just a few of them, though.
No,
So,
no, none of them.
Yeah.
I will tell you none of them because nobody can question my devotion to Jesus.
and I get it. I guess just the way his response was is like he doesn't even know a passage.
He doesn't know.
But
You know what I know about Jesus?
here's the problem.
Do you know?
No. Yes. But
Jesus, I like him very much.
I like it very much.
But you don't help with curveballs.
But my issue is like on the other side though.
Yeah.
If he would have answered anything,
Anything.
Democrats would have eaten him alive for the passage he chose. So no matter what he did, there's no right or wrong.
No,
way.
but again, if he answered anything,
Yeah.
Republicans would have been like, see, he knows a passage in the Bible.
Right.
Great. But he answered literally nothing.
It's like asking, being him, right? Hey, what's your favorite commandment? A commandment, like, hey, and if you would have come out with no adultery, like I would have been like,
Yeah, he did that.
right. But like, the way he said it,
I
everything
think I know his favorite commandment. Thou shalt fuck a porn star when my wife is very, very pregnant.
very, very pregnant. To say, and the problem is I was watching one and the girl's like, hey, I got this Bible, and she starts reading or doing whatever.
Mhm.
But then she made a small PP joke, and I was like, we don't know any. I mean, I've never seen it. I've never heard anything about it. I don't know.
I
Why-
have heard about it.
Why do we always have to bash a man for size? Like, I don't understand why this is like and it seems to be like a normal
So that
go-to.
that seems not necessarily normal go-to, but that seems to be a theme with him is he has a small dick.
Yeah.
And again,
But I'm not using it. I don't
So-
care.
I'm on Reddit yesterday and a girl's like, hey, if you got 3 inches, if you got 9 inches, it's all great. It all works. If it works, that's great.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if Trump's dick works.
It has to be got with a porn star.
I mean, that doesn't mean it worked. That just means it got with a porn star. But again, I mean, it doesn't matter what you're packing.
Right.
If you can give the other person pleasure,
That's all that
that's all that matters.
if that's what they're looking for, right?
Right.
I mean, and that's just it. Like to me, I don't know. I sex in America is just so
Stupid.
insane, like
Stupid.
blown out of proportion and things like that. And it I don't know. I'm getting older and more mature in
Mhm.
my age, and it's just so strange to me the way people think, talk, act, do. And I'm just like, man,
The meme I sent you today
I don't know.
about the menorah.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. Right, like,
Anyways,
but so it's just I don't know. You lose credit to me. You lose credibility when you attack that negative way, right? Everything else she said up until then was like, great, and then she, bam, and it was like, you lost the credibility with me. You're done. You're out. Like you just did it in a hatred. Absolutely, like you did it originally hatred. Like you stooped too low to have it mean anything because now your opinion is just lost.
I mean, if it's a known thing, I'm okay with that.
Sure.
Like if somebody's attacking me because I have a tiny dick, Okay.
Sure.
Attack me for that. That's fine. The question is, how do I respond to it? We know that Trump responds to it badly.
Yeah. Well, he's gonna anything badly.
Right. I mean, everything he responds to badly. But I mean, if you attack me and you're like, dude, you're packing an inch.
Yeah.
I'd be like, cool. Some people like my inch.
Okay. Right.
I'm not gonna care.
Right.
You know, whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter to me.
Right.
I'm gonna go, hey, I got a wife. We've been together for 24 years.
Seems to be all right with
He seems okay with whatever I'm packing.
no, and you know, but I don't know the whole and you know when you talk about that, like Trump, man, this guy, he's a weird genius in the sense of being able to sell a book that's been printed a bazillion times.
People are buying that.
Yep. And then but the other thing is like this guy hired so many people staff wise and things like that, and then everybody that he hired is now the stupidest person he's ever met. And it's just like, holy crap! Like, really?
Have you ever hired a smart person ever?
You think it's
Because all
that-
you do is go, he's dumb as shit.
Yeah, he screwed it up. He did this, and it's like, man, take responsibility for your action or lack thereof. That's one thing that I try to stay behind.
One time in life, I hired you.
Yeah,
Did I ever sit there, all the years you worked with me, the one
the one
year, did I ever sit there and throw any coach I had under the bus?
No, not that I'm aware of.
Did I ever sit there and go, yeah, we would have been better if Nick had only done this?
No, sorry, I'd seen a meme. I didn't send it to you, but I wanted to.
What was
It was,
the
have you seen the Tiger Woods with John Daly? And John Daly's out there smoking, and Tiger Woods is like all dressed up to the nines, and it says first base coach, and it's John Daly, all whatever, and then third base coach like this. And I was like, this was David and I, right? Like, I was like the shit show out here.
Yeah, but most of the time when you were at first, Marv was the third.
It's
I stayed in the dugout because everybody's like, we're too nervous if you're on the field. All right.
all right, we got this. Yeah, no,
But again, I mean, when you look at that, you're like, if you're a boss
Mhm.
and you're a competent boss, you know what everybody under you is bringing, and you work to the strengths that they have.
Mhm.
Whereas I don't think Trump knows what anybody's bringing ever.
no, I don't think he knows anything about anybody else except for himself.
Correct. And I don't even think he knows about himself. He just knows what he can peddle.
Well, and that's, I mean, but that you can apparently you can bullshit your way to the top. People,
You definitely can, because he got elected president of the United States.
right? Like the highest thing you could possibly do here, and besides, Supreme Court justice is absolutely huge as well, right? But
Yeah, but you don't get elected to that. Some idiot just nominates you and you're in.
and then you have to get voted on. Yes,
And sometimes you just sit there in the fucking nomination, go, I love beer, and they fucking elect you in anyway.
me, Gangbang Greg, Donkey Dog Doug, gosh, Brett Kavanaugh, God,
Fuck that guy.
there's certain people in this world I just can't stand, and
Okay,
that's one of them.
Hang on. Could you drink with that guy
Now,
Yeah.
no,
before?
before his yeah, sure,
Yeah,
all right, it would have been, oh, dude, let's.
totally could drink with that guy.
Yep. But now, I mean, right
Now you know who he is.
yeah,
But before you knew who he was.
I could have, yeah,
Again, the guy we had on that we did not publish the
the one and only baby.
Episode.
I would drink with that guy still to this day. I want to reach out to him, but
I mean, you would drink, but would you shoot cocaine with him?
I probably would, right?
I would not.
I've never done it, but I want to. And he just seems like a guy who would just take party to the next freaking level.
Oh, he definitely took it to the next level.
Oh, it was great.
So much so he doesn't remember ever having a podcast with us.
Say, and he's another guy who just took somebody else's ideas, switched some words, came on, but that's, and you can be successful as long
can.
And that's one thing Trump is good at is sales, right?
Yeah.
I love Jon Stewart, right? It used to be the Tonight Show or
No,
whatever.
Daily Show.
Daily
he was
Show.
always on the
Yeah.
Daily Show.
Yeah. Is
And
he
then he went
still-
to My Problem with Jon Stewart.
Is that what it is? Okay.
And then he went back to the Daily Show. He's back on the Daily Show
Is he
now.
really?
Yes, because
Okay.
Trevor Noah left.
Okay.
So he's doing like Mondays.
Oh, okay. But he's another person that could talk and talk
Mhm.
well. I
Very intelligent.
generally like to listen to him speak. And but he had one where Kevin O'Leary came out they were talking about Trump with his, you know, how he overvalued his Mar-a-Lago place, his penthouse and all that. And we talked about it in an episode, like, and Kevin Lee's, this is how real estate's done, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh, he said the thing you're not supposed to say. No, like, but that's the idea. Like, you're sitting here saying that we're taking advantage. No, no, no. The bank needs to do their due diligence. They're the ones loaning the money. I did nothing. Yes, I
The
understand.
bank fucked up.
Right, 100%. This is what my value. If the bank tells, like, if you ask me right now what my net worth is, I could tell you it's $14 million. It's not a proven fact until I go to sell, and that's what people will pay for,
Uh-huh.
right? My net worth could be 1 million. It could be $68, right?
People ask me all the time, what is this autograph you bought worth?
Right.
To me, it's worth a fee that I'm not gonna ever sell it for.
Right.
Because I like what I bought and I'm happy.
Yep.
But for everybody else, it's worth, let's say, $200.
Average is $200. Sure, on a good day I can get 250. On a bad day I can get 150. Right.
It's
But-
the same with stocks.
But if you ask me, would I sell it for $1,000? I'd have to think about it a heck of a lot.
Yeah.
Right. Like, it'd still be like, yes, I know it's only worth 200 supposedly, but to me, it's got so much more value. Right.
Correct, because I'm the one that went and got that. I was, standing in front of this person. We had a personal connection for, 30 seconds,
Yep.
whatever.
Say that's it.
And again, it doesn't necessarily equate to real money.
Right.
But we will pay more for our nostalgia
Mhm.
than we will for the actual thing that's happening right now.
And so, that's a tough topic for me because it's a real estate thing. But like, I don't blame Trump for it necessarily.
No,
right?
not
Like,
not at all.
It is a bank error that the bank, like, again, if I walk in and tell you this glass is worth $50, right? To us, it's worth $50, right? If somebody offered me $50,
Think about it.
I'd highly consider
Yeah.
maybe. And then I'd have to figure out if Dawn can get, I would then go, Dawn, can you
Can
get
Dawn
me
get
another
more?
one?
Yes.
And she say yes or no. If she says no, it's worth more to 50 to me. To break room therapy, how much is this glass worth?
50 cents.
Right. Like, they don't care. Right. But like, so that's
We don't give a shit what's on it.
so
Can it break? Yes.
yes, right. And that's exactly it. So it's, to me, that's the whole idea of it.
Again, that sentimental value comes in.
Right.
When you're looking at the things that you have, it's worth a lot to you. So like my family home,
Oh,
I'd sell it for 500,000.
yeah.
It's probably worth 300.
Right.
Somebody might pay 250.
Right. See,
I'm not selling it for 250. I'm not selling it for 3.
right.
I might sell it for 5.
And when you pass away, I'll buy it from Caitlin for,
For
penny on the dollar.
Yeah.
Right? Say, now it's worth $1 million. Like, I got 250,000 for it. I was
and
like,
she'll happily sell it because she won't give a shit.
yep. I say it means
Because it means nothing to her.
Yep.
But it means everything to me.
yep. And that, and that's why a lot of people don't sell.
Your house.
Yeah.
Do you give a shit about it?
Not a bit.
Who does?
My wife.
Why?
Because it has a pool.
Is that the only reason?
She lived there for a year.
Okay.
And now
So
she's
she
lived
lived
there
there
for-
before.
Yeah.
And it has a pool.
Mhm.
And it's important to her.
Yeah. Yep.
But you,
No, not a chance.
would you sell it for 3?
Oh, for 3? I think it's no,
350?
350. Yeah. I'd sell it for
Okay.
350, right?
You sell it for 3. Would
Yeah.
she?
No.
Would she sell it for 4?
Yeah.
You think so?
Well, as long as we found the next house that she wanted.
Okay, but we're not worried about the next house.
Oh, like
Would she sell it for 4?
not having the next house?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't, if she didn't have another place to,
450?
honestly, I would have to ask her.
5.
Probably.
Okay.
Right.
So you're between 350 and 5
Yeah.
because to her it has some sentimental value.
Yeah. I think she'd be smart enough at 500K.
Whereas you have no sentimental value whatsoever.
it-
And again, my house, I have sentimental value to,
Yeah.
but it's my mother and me, and that's the only people in the world
Yeah.
that have sentimental value to that house in Plainville.
Yeah.
There's nobody else alive.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a shit about it.
And but like, and that's the weird thing, people will say, oh, you take advantage of people. And it's like, man, so I'll walk in to somebody whose parents have just passed or whatever.
Mhm.
And now their kids, it'd be like, but yours is a different story, but like, I walk into a 30-year-old's where their parents have just passed or
Mhm.
whatever. And, they just got their mortgage. They got this, they don't want the house. It's more of a burden to them. Now they have to pay things. They have to worry about things. Great.
They just want to get rid of it.
Right. I'll just take it off your hands. Like, I'll take your burden, right? Because I know what to do with that burden. I know how to handle it. And that's the situations you have to find
Mhm.
is like, look, you're good at computers, man. Like, my computer's not charging right now. I should go buy a new cord just to see if that's the issue. I could free return it on Amazon if it's not the issue. But like, I don't know. I don't try to think I know anything about technology, right? Like I can Google, hey, why isn't my computer? Oh, try these things. Now it seems like way too much effort to
Yep.
buy a new one, right? So, you know, I try to give the benefit of the doubt to things, but when you're just creating nice, when you're just creating a book that's already been written and calling it yours and taking $70 for that bad boy,
Yeah.
dude, that's genius.
I mean, it kind of is.
Yeah, it's gone. But but think about it. It's okay. So the kind of person that there's two types of people, right? There's people that hate on that, right, for the fact of what he's doing and it's stupid. Or there's the people who think that it's just amazing. Like, oh, the rich keep getting richer. Why? Because he literally could just put it out there and somebody's gonna buy it. Like,
Yeah.
my wife thinks the shoes are stupid. There's people who have bought them.
The shoes are stupid, but that doesn't mean you can't sell them.
Right, but
People
it-
buy stupid shit all the time.
I bought Gary V shoes, all of the K-Swisses that he ever put out. My wife thought they were stupid, right? Who's this dude? Why are you buying this? And like, because I like to support this guy. Like, I bought shoes, right, off of a person. Like, he designed them. But like, so I'm in no different,
Mhm.
but I mean, the only reason I'm not buying a pair is because I don't think they're going to be worth anything anytime ever. Like,
Yeah.
300 is the most I ever see them ever going to be worth, right? Sure, if you bought them right away and sold them, had they sold out and you bought them, they'd be worth something, right? These aren't going to be Jordans. They're not going to be, things that are going to gain value. I mean, there's a potential, yes. And I can see if you're a Democrat that bought them because you think that they're going to go up in value someday when he either ends up in jail or does whatever, great, good for you. Like, you made a business decision at that point, right? Just as much as he made a business decision to sell these damn
I have a
things.
cousin that bought these fucking Kanye West shoes.
Mhm.
And he's still got the box. He's never wore the fucking shoes. I'm like, that's stupid.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but they're worth this much.
Yeah.
Great. Still stupid.
So, but again,
If it makes you money, that's great. Still stupid.
they're only worth it until they're not, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's what I say about my real estate. Like, it's worth this, but if nobody's willing to pay me, it's not worth it, is it?
Well, I was watching Dogecoin today.
Yeah.
I'm like, ooh, it got to 22. Might be time to dump it.
Yeah.
And I went to dump it and it dipped to 21. I'm like, I'll take 22, but I won't take 21.
There you go.
So I'm just letting it ride
At least you have your new stop. But
because if it gets up over 22 and I can guarantee I'm getting 22, selling that
What'd you
shit,
buy
I'm
it
making
for?
money. I don't know, somewhere between 7 and
wow.
19.
okay.
I bought a couple that were more than 22, but
Mm.
I mean, I'm still making money on them. So whatever. Because again, do I think it'll be 40? No. Do I think it could get to 30? Maybe.
Yeah.
Would I rather dump it at 22 and make a few bucks? Yeah.
And that's the opportunity. Like, you're taking that risk, right? Like,
Mhm.
and that's the whole. So I look at it exactly the same, right? I mean, yes, you have a physical, tangible asset versus a non. So, yeah, what else? Say that, what else is this guy putting out? He's putting out something, that he's going to try to sell as well. I thought, Trump.
Which guy? Oh,
Trump. Um,
I don't know. There was
But-
his plan that you wanted to talk about of like the 20 things he wants to do.
oh yeah, I forgot all about all of those. So,
They were horrible either way.
well, the one
Okay.
was he wanted to.
One of the ones was term limits, but he said term limits the last fucking time and he did nothing about it because they don't really give a shit about term limits.
Yep.
Again, the majority of the country
Yep.
is under 60 fucking years old. But the majority of Congress is, 65 plus.
Yep.
Why? Why are they in there for 40, 45, 50 years? Well, because nobody votes them the fuck out. And again, if you don't have term limits, why the fuck would they stop running? They're making millions of dollars in there.
Oh yes, and not just from being in office. They're making it
No,
from.
they're making it from lobbyists saying, vote this way. If you vote this way, we'll give you this much money. And they're like, all right, well, I'll vote that way.
Yeah.
We saw it. So the TikTok ban.
Mhm.
How many times did we talk about
I,
that?
I unfollowed him.
Did you?
I did.
I have not unfollowed him because I still want to see the shit he says.
No, I will eventually look at.
But Jeff just threw a fucking dagger through everybody's heart.
Yeah.
Because he's sitting there the whole time talking about, I'm transparent and I'm this and I'm that. and then he votes to ban TikTok.
Yep.
Everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing? And he's like, well, I thought it would force a sale. Motherfucker, don't lie to us.
Yep.
You voted against it because people gave you money to vote against it.
Let's see he's 2.2 million. So people started following him again. He was at he dropped to 2.1.
Yeah.
But he dropped, 200,000 followers.
Yeah.
Which, doesn't
What
mean
is it,
much
Jeff
to
Jackson or
Yeah.
Jeff Johnson?
Jeff Jackson.
Jackson?
Um,
Yeah, I don't even fucking know.
Jeff Jackson.
Yeah.
Yep. But right, like, and it was funny because one girl's like, "Man, you could have been president, right? Like, we were behind you." I mean,
100% behind him.
yeah. So a first person that actually came out and said, "Holy."
All you had to do was fucking be honest.
Yep. No, and we felt he was, and then it was
And
like,
again, he's saying he's honest, but
Mhm.
they gave you money to fucking vote against or for the TikTok ban.
Right.
So that just makes people go, yeah, you're not fucking honest. It
You-
doesn't really fucking matter.
you can be bought just like the rest.
Yeah.
Of them. Way to go.
And again, I don't know. Okay. I'm not in politics. I don't know if I can be bought.
Yep.
I'd like to say I cannot.
Depending.
Do you think you can be bought?
Yes.
Depending on the cost.
100%. Right. I mean, if you're,
But I mean,
dude, think about it. Like $100 million right now.
But looking at the cost of what they paid to go for ban TikTok,
Mhm.
for him it was very minuscule.
Yeah.
10,000-20,000 bucks.
Sure.
It was nothing.
Yeah.
And when you look at it, who was behind the push to ban TikTok?
I don't know.
It was Meta.
Oh, was it?
Oh yeah,
Zuckerberg?
yeah. Zuckerberg is
Nice.
behind the ban to push or the push to ban TikTok. Why?
Because he wants to be the number one. And
Absolutely. And if TikTok's out there, then people are using TikTok instead of Facebook. I don't fucking use Facebook. I'm on Facebook for like 2-3 minutes a day just to say, hey, what's up? Happy birthday. Get off.
Yep.
I'm not on Instagram very often. If I am, it's just looking at cat videos, but I'd rather go to TikTok and look at cat videos because I just like TikTok better.
Yeah.
And again, a lot of people from the United States get their fucking news from TikTok. How many things have you seen on TikTok that you're like, man, I didn't hear about that before TikTok?
Yeah. Well, we don't have regular news because my wife doesn't let me watch it.
Even if you did.
But yeah, when the barge crashed into the bridge,
Yeah.
I was driving to my buddy's house for breakfast that morning. I hop on TikTok on my drive, of course, and I was like, "Oh, is this real?" So I hop onto Google, and oh, this literally happened.
Yeah.
So then I get to his house, and he's got it on TV, and I was like, "Oh, this is." Yeah, so of course, that's how I get my news. That's how things happen.
Again, if you didn't have TikTok, would you know about Next Benedict, dying in Oklahoma?
No,
I wouldn't.
no.
I'd have no fucking clue.
No, that's how I get a lot of my stuff. And then of course I try to fact check as much as I can
All the time.
because I'm that person that doesn't believe anybody. Because I think everybody's just full of shit.
There are a few people that if they say it on TikTok, I'll believe it.
Yeah.
Under the desk news. If you say it, probably going to believe it.
Yeah.
Now,
I'll follow 'em.
that doesn't mean I will not double check it.
Right.
But for the most part, if she's saying it or they're saying it, I don't know if it's
Oh,
here or this.
yeah. Say,
I will usually take that to the bank.
yep.
You know.
Another person that talks very well and walks through things. I think I know who we're talking about. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's just, to me, it's a quick way to get and because I don't need a full 900-minute story.
Mhm.
I need quick facts. Boom. This is what it is.
Yeah. Shoot it out to me in 30 seconds. Tell me what the deal is.
Yep.
And then I'll go figure out if I care
Yep.
enough to look into it further.
Yep. And there's things that everybody's going to care about completely different. Right.
What I mean, we do that. So like for me and you, finance is huge.
Yeah.
So there's the Caleb guy.
Go on.
He's got a beard.
From Michigan.
Is he from Michigan?
Yeah, he always wears the Western shirt or something like that. Yeah.
But he's got a beard and he's way younger than us. And
Yes.
he yells at people constantly because
Yes.
of the dumb shit they do
Yes.
with fucking credit and stuff.
Yeah.
I watched, it was like a 4-minute video yesterday of him screaming at somebody going, no, you shouldn't be doing
Yeah.
this. And I watch him all the time because I'm like, all right,
He gets it.
I know how stupid people are because I was stupid with credit.
Yep.
And I know people that were stupid with credit. And then he literally gets on, like, I'm nice to people when they come to me with credit issues. I don't sit there and go, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
I'd like to just go, you're a fucking moron.
Yeah.
But I don't do that because the odds of them listening to you after you say you're a fucking moron are very slim. Whereas they get on his podcast and he goes, "You're a fucking moron." And they just keep sitting there going, "Yeah, but I did it because of this." And he's like, "That's a stupid reason to do it.
Yep.
Why are you so stupid?" And then they're like, "Well, I thought this." And then he goes, "You shouldn't think that because you're an idiot."
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
sitting there the whole time going, if I talk to somebody that way, they're telling me to piss off and just hang up.
Yeah. Well, no, say, and he has them in, and, yeah, I think it's one thing that's making his tick, he's very upfront with people like, hey, this is what it is. Like,
I tried to get him.
yeah, he won't
He's-
join.
He goes, "Guys, I'd love to, but I'm just too busy."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All right." I mean, I get it.
Yeah.
He is very much more followed than you and I.
Oh God, yes. I say, but we have to figure out. He just understands. Hey, and I like that he's talking to these young people, and he's getting people
Absolutely.
that are willing to come forward to start seeing it. And that's one thing I'm seeing is the younger you are, the quicker you're starting to realize money is more important, right? Like, and I say that in like to be financially smart. I'm gonna give myself a pat on the back, right? I sat with a buddy of mine the other day for lunch, and I was like, man, you really got to start getting. He was broke, and I was like, man, the problem is you don't have any fucking money, and he's like, no, I got some money, and I was like, what, fucking 10K, bro? I was like, we can piss that away in a night, right? And he's like, well, and I was like, look, I was like, my daughter has more money than you do currently, right? And I was like, yes, I'm the one putting it there. But like, you have to start something like this for your kid. You have to start doing this type of, and so he started a Betterment account.
Yeah.
And he's putting money in, and I was like, he went and actually just did it. And I was like, dude, you're finally taking
That's huge.
in 10 years from now, we're gonna get together and you're gonna be like, hey, that's the best decision I've ever made in my life, right? Like,
100%.
I'm gonna go, you're welcome, right? Like, but these people, I don't care how you live your life, as long as you're investing in getting yourself to make sure you have a retirement later. Great, good for you. Like, go blow every penny as long as some of it's invested and you're guaranteeing that, oh, YOLO, great, YOLO to an extent, right? YOLO to an extent, baby. I don't know. If I wasn't married, I say, people ask me all the time, "Hey, what would you do if you weren't married?" Literally the same thing I'm doing now, except for way more money,
Yeah.
right? I'd be in my mom's basement. Be honest with you, I'm not paying her rent, right? She's making me food.
Yeah.
And all of
Mom, meatloaf.
meatloaf. You know what? David, you want some meatloaf?
Yeah, I do.
Exactly.
Mom, meatloaf.
But like, right, like I'm just gonna be investing
Yeah.
so much. I 80% of my money, if I had to be honest, right? Like, it is all just, and I'm gonna be a basement dweller for God knows how long. I'll take a little random road trip to wherever the heck I want to go. But like, it's so much, and then by the time I'm 50, 900 pounds, sitting on like, I am, boom, here we go. Like, I just have this. Like, that's what I would do, right? People, I'm not gonna go live up this party life. Sure,
Yeah.
I'll but like, because I'm at the point now where I could just sit here and drink Bud Lights in my mom's basement and be completely content, right?
Yeah.
Like, fuck, I got a video game system and a TV, and I'm fine with this, right? Like, I don't need to live this lavish life. There's a new guy that's coming out who's trying to be famous. Married Jeff Goldblum's daughter.
Really?
His name's like Steve something, or I don't even fucking know his real name, but he goes by something live rockstar Nick or something. And he's like, oh, I'm one of the richest men in the world, and I'm the face of cryptocurrency. And it just blows my mind how this guy, you could Google anybody and see who the richest people are out there, and this guy doesn't pop up. So, I wanted to touch base again back on the Bible one more real quick time, because to the people that hate it and think that it's stupid, that's fine. But you're still finding that people are going to buy this. So I want to just kind of make this known to everybody. Like, you could do the same thing. Are you going to be the salesperson that can sell it? Right. So go create something that's already been printed that isn't licensed, like a Bible, like whatever. Right. And, you could call it whatever you want. Should we take a scam caller? This is Nick. Hello. Hi, this is Nick.
Yes, I'm calling you
From where? Oh, I think they hung up on me. So, But the idea is like you can go take something that's already been printed, resell it as your own or as something, if you were to go and make a democratic one, right? And put in your side of things. Uh if you created a Bible that was based off of your stuff, go sell it, right? There's nothing that says you can't do the exact same thing. That's the David asked a long time ago, like, what's the best thing I love about America? The ability that you could do stupid shit like this and just find the stupid people that it works, right? I'm not a religious person. I don't own a Bible. I know that offends some people, but like to me, it doesn't bother me not one bit, right? I'm happy with who I am. I'm not going to go buy a Bible. The shoes, some people are like, oh, it's racist. Some people are like, oh, it's the stupidest thing. But again, somebody's going to buy it and it didn't cost him any money. Like the funny thing is it didn't cost him any money to create it because some idiot designed it for him. Some idiot did things for him and he just put his name on it. Right. And now he's going to make money off of it. So start a business on doing stupid things like that. Hey, as long as it's not licensed, go create it, go sell it. Right. Given the opportunity, if I could design a shoe, I'm not a shoe person to say I own a shit ton of them, but none of them are worth anything, right? They're all wearable shoes. And if I can create one, I'd absolutely love to, but no company's going to do it for me for free because they don't think sales are going to happen. Trump, they assume sales are going to happen. So they're going to do it all for free and they're just going to sell the crap out of it. So, it's a great side hustle to me, right? Find something and resell it as yours.
So, I've been talking to Christy about 3D printing and stuff. So
Yeah. Am I getting a printer?
I'm waiting to hear. So her husband's like, hey, I want a 3D printer. So I sold him mine. And then he went and bought one similar to the one I bought. And he's like, yeah, I can sell all these things. And my question was always, where are you going to sell it? I don't know. Because again, I have a place to sell stuff that I 3D print.
Yep.
I have a business. People come in here. So they see things and they're like, oh, that's cool. Can I buy that? And I'm like, yeah, cool. Here, buy it. $5, $10, $20, whatever. But I asked him, I'm like, where are you going to sell it? He's like, I don't know. Somewhere. If you have stuff that you can 3D print and sell, that's great.
Yep.
But you have to have a place to do it. It's an extra little side hustle for me. I find things that I can buy the rights to sell. Cool. And when I do that, I'm like, hey, here are options. This is what it costs. I'll do it in different colors, whatever. That's great. You want a 3D printer.
I do.
For what?
For me personally to
print stuff you
build
like.
stupid shit.
Right.
And then, I'll sell it once in a blue moon.
Yeah. For somebody you may know.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to come over and go, hey, Nick, that's really cool looking. Can you make me that? And you're like, yeah, give me $10. I'll make it for you.
Right. I'll be at the bowling alley with something stupid and they'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, yeah, sure. So,
yeah, it'll cost me $10 to make that for you. And they're going to be like, that's great. Here's $10. Make it.
Yep.
Like you do with your shirts. I mean, you make shirts.
Right. We'll say. Sorry. I remember I asked, he was making, I did read it. Yeah. He apparently, he apparently made Victory 47 perfume and cologne. That's the other thing. So he's done
what if he loses?
Bible, perfume, and sneakers now. But right, it's just fantastic to me that I gotta figure out how many. I don't know if there's a way to figure out how many he's sold.
I'm the demographic, especially when I'm in my teens, right? For Chicago sports. I am the demographic.
Yep.
So I had every Jordan every year.
Yeah.
Michael came out with cologne.
Yeah.
You know who did not buy Michael cologne?
You?
I did not.
No.
Because I don't need that. Okay. I wore colognes that I liked the smell of, and they were under $50.
Yeah.
Okay. Even now, the most expensive cologne I will wear is Hugo, which probably spend about $50 for a bottle of Hugo.
Sure.
In that range.
I say, my wife usually buys, so I know I have a nice bottle, like an $80 bottle of something that I really liked one time, but we got, 3 other bottles of stuff thrown in for free, so whatever it was. So I honestly I don't have a clue how much I spend on it.
Yeah, I'm not spending more than $50 on cologne.
Yeah.
Now, when I went places, might I? Sure, I went places.
Yep.
Now, if I'm wearing cologne, I'm going out to drink with one of the guys, or I'm going to softball, or I'm going to work
Yeah.
at break room.
You're not wearing cologne.
I don't really give a shit about cologne in any of those situations. I'm not trying to impress a girl because I'm married. And, if her and I are going out, I'll throw on cologne. But if we're going to work together, I'm not going to throw on cologne. I don't give a shit. And she doesn't either because, we know we're going to get dirty and sweaty and not smell good anyways.
Oh, this is new to me.
Okay, so read it. I
Sorry.
saw it.
No, so Trump shoes,
Mhm.
they're pre-ordered for
Yep.
$400. They are sold out. So yes, it might be a good investment. Trump also has he has the gold pair that we know about for $400.
Yep.
He has basic tennis shoe Red Wave for 200
Mhm.
and POTUS 45, which is white with a thing for $200.
Mhm.
And then the Victory cologne, the Victory perfume. Special offer, you can get a Trump keychain. But so I don't know how many pre-orders. I'm trying to figure out how many pre-orders there were.
Even looking at this, though, not knowing how many pre-orders there were,
Yeah.
in 10 years, how much do you think a pair of Trump shoes are worth?
All right, so here we go. Questionable coverage, notwithstanding. All right, they've been a huge hit. Pre-order for the limited run of 1,000 pairs, each priced at $400,
Mhm.
sold within minutes. Okay. Few have already been flipped on eBay for $5,000.
Okay, but again, in 10 years,
Yeah, how much are they worth?
are these Beanie Babies?
Maybe, right? But I mean, and we're not shoe people. We don't know the game. Like, I mean,
You're right. I don't. Like, I like shoes.
yeah, no,
But shoes I'm going to fucking wear.
right. But
Are they comfortable? Do they look kind of cool?
right, it's like, and so that's kind of the whole idea is hey, I'm proud of that person for flipping them for $5,000, and I don't know, I don't care if it was a Democrat or Republican that bought it. You did what, and that's what I said.
That's what people should do.
100%. This is what I love about America: the ability that you can just go do that, and some sucker's gonna buy it,
Mhm.
right? Yes, I love suckers. Okay, is that what you want to hear?
Yeah,
But like, again,
absolutely.
this guy's building a Bible, and some sucker's gonna buy it,
Mhm.
right? And it's just funny to me. Like, it is absolutely hilarious.
Again, I'm going to, probably not roast in the comments because we don't get a shit ton of comments. But
Yeah.
anybody that's religious that listens to this is going to be pissed off at me.
That's what I said.
If you're stupid enough to buy a fucking Trump Bible,
Yeah.
first off, you're not a fucking Christian. And second off, you don't really give a shit about Jesus Christ.
But their version, right?
Their version is the same fucking version as in the campaign when Marty Huggins sits there and go, Jesus Christ is the greatest American that ever lived. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what they think of.
Yeah.
Whereas in actuality, if Jesus is who they think he is, he was for the poor and he was for the sick and he was for the weak.
Yeah, he was the first ever hippie, right?
Right.
mean, it's like,
He was everything the Republican Party fucking hates. And everything that Democrats try to fight for.
Yep.
And again, not a Democrat, I'm a leftist. But
and so,
push comes to shove.
the idea is like, right? Again, not religious, know about religious things, right? And you look at it and say, all right, so this man, do you remember the loaves and fish story? Right. So
Vaguely.
he creates enough food for everybody. He didn't charge for those meals, right? Like, the idea is like giving and all that. I'm not here to completely bash. I just want to look at the business side of things and go, God dang, this is a great business idea. I'm surprised it was only 1,000 shoes. That's actually surprising to me. So
They haven't made them.
yeah, they're pre-ordered, but
Will there be any shoes?
who knows? So
Somebody sold $5,000 worth of at this moment, nothing.
their spot, right? Well,
Right.
I mean, you look at the Cybertruck, right?
Mhm.
And people were doing the same thing. You put $100 down, and people were selling their spot in line. And then Musk said, "Hey, if you sell your spot, you no longer have your spot," and so that pissed a bunch of people off. But He has the right to do that and things like that.
Well, again, with Trump, I mean, he is on record for many, many years of not paying people
Oh god.
for anything.
Yep. You know, it's funny because it's not funny. It's sad. It's very sad. He'll use an illegal immigrant that he knows is illegal and then just go, well, I'll get you out of here. Right. Before he was even president. Right. I'm going to turn you in and do this. And it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. You're willing to use and abuse people. You know, that's just a shady thing to do. Sure.
I'm going to ask you this because I think you're a smart businessman.
Okay.
Would you enter into an agreement with Trump where he said he was going to pay you?
Not a fucking chance.
Why?
Well, my answer is yes. And I'm going to give you a scenario. How I
Okay,
would
give me a scenario.
Okay. So if I enter into, I mean, the generic answer is no. But if I get to write the contract, I bring $0 to the table.
No, there's none of that. A Trump contract.
No, not a chance.
Why?
Even if I don't trust the guy.
Why?
Because that means somehow.
But he's a great businessman.
Sure, but he's also a shady businessman. Like I don't do shady. None of my stuff is done. Like I wouldn't do it with people here in West Michigan.
I just
right?
said that he's a great businessman.
That doesn't mean
Show me a point where he's been great.
the ability that he's built multi-millions of dollars worth of things. Sure, 5 times.
Based on literally his name alone.
Correct, right?
So that doesn't make him a great businessman. That makes him
Yeah.
no. That makes him a good salesman.
Yep.
But that's not a great business. A great businessman builds successful businesses.
Yeah. And I say again, everything's. If I sold everything right now,
Hmm?
would I be a good businessman?
I mean, real estate's high, so probably.
But I own nothing at the end of it.
Okay, but you sold your business for a profit.
Yeah, and I mean, sure, he's taking losses and bankruptcy, but like if he sold everything right now and and he made money, that would make.
Is he going to make money if he sells everything right now?
It's the problem is at this moment nobody has any idea. Like right off of what he was stating and doing whatever. Yes, like the answer is yes, but like, I don't know the answer to that because I don't know anything about his business and what he's doing. But right, if it's a Trump contract, if it's things like that, no, I'm not signing. But if I can walk into a deal, if Trump was like, hey, do you want to, if I brought him the shoe idea and said, put your name behind it, and he would say he'd pay me 2% of every shoe that was sold, and it wasn't a 1,000 minimum release, like whatever. But like, yes, I would do that, right? If it was my contract, like he's just putting his name there.
You're going to make sure the shoe gets produced.
Right. And whoever this other, I'm assuming he's not doing this. Like somebody brought him.
Yeah,
this,
his
right?
name's just behind it.
Correct, right? He gets the money for it. And yes, he's getting.
But do you think he's really vetting out these people, or he's just going, "Oh, you're going to make a shoe. We're going to make $1,000. Great,
Yeah.
go for it."
Yeah, and somebody will create. But like, it's probably. I don't want to dog anybody, but like, K-Swiss probably stepped up. The same with like the Gary V's, right? It cost them, probably $30 to make these shoes. Their mark, because Gary V's were $100. Trump's are 400, whatever. Gary's a completely different level. And but right, these probably cost 20, I don't know the cost, $20-$30 to create. And now the split, hey, we're taking 10% above. That's our margin. You guys get to split the other this, and then whoever is heading it up gets, 10%. Like how Trump will end up with 50% of it. The other $200 is split between cost and whatever. So, right, somebody's walking away with that. And I think they're just heading it. He's just saying, give me the money. I don't think he's diving into actually taking the money, if that makes any sense, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think he gets to touch the money. He just gets it when it's sold, right? Again, because his name's on it. I think he does that quite a bit, right? Where he doesn't actually do things. He just, I'll put my name on it, right? He's not running. He's running Trump, which is his own business, right? I mean, he's selling himself.
Yeah, but again, we look at it, and I'm not putting my name behind anything that I don't 100% believe in.
Right.
I don't want my name attached to shit that's shit.
Right.
I just don't.
Yeah, it's a, again, we don't know what company's making these shoes. I will tell you the Gary V's, I brought them a couple times. Like I've blown out 2 of them, right? And like Graham Big, but like they're shitty made shoes, right? Like,
but again, we look at some of the things he had: Trump University, Trump Steaks.
Yep.
He fucking bankrupted casinos,
Yeah.
golf courses.
Yeah.
How do you bankrupt these things?
makes it, you know,
You're a shitty businessman. That's how.
he, you know, I mean, the Trump University, he bankrupted because he got sued, right? He didn't.
Well, yeah,
there
because
was
his
no
university
credit.
was dog shit.
There was no accreditation, right? Like it was the same as the guest we had on, right?
Same with the stakes.
Yeah,
It was dog shit. But how do you bankrupt a fucking casino?
overpay for the build, right? I mean, when the Native American had the money, they were just
Doesn't that show you that we're not a very good businessman if you're gonna bankrupt the fucking casino?
it was none of his money, right? I mean, that's the thing is this guy puts $0 into anything.
No, he puts money into things.
No.
He went bankrupt.
He goes bankrupt, right? So he'll sign a note, but then the business goes bankrupt. But
Agreed.
like he's putting nothing there, right?
Yeah, it's not his personal wealth.
Right. Like
It's the business's money.
correct, right? So like he can take a draw, and so yes, his businesses have gone bankrupt. I doubt, if I look at it in theory, I doubt Trump himself has gone quote unquote bankrupt, right?
You
I-
think he's worth $1 billion?
No, no fucking chance.
But he runs around talking about the billions he's worth.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, $1 billion. He's probably worth. Yeah,
I don't think he is.
I mean,
I don't think there's any fucking.
Mar-a-Lago's an island, right?
No,
What is
it's a resort.
okay? But like, that's got to be worth $500,000 by itself, right? I mean,
You mean 500 million?
yeah,
Maybe.
or say yeah, 500. Like, I mean, and then the penthouse. I mean, we know how much. I mean, Derek Jeter's penthouse is like 140 million, and I think Trump's is like double that. Like, I don't know. So I would say yes, $1 billion. Like, but now what do I? Okay, here's the problem with this.
Mhm.
Do I think he's worth $1 billion? No. Do I think the assets he owns are are valued at $1 billion? Yes. Again, I could tell you I own 1,000 properties,
Mhm.
right? And it's worth $1 billion. But if I leverage the shit out of all of them, I'm only worth the difference between what I owe and what it's worth.
Correct.
Right. So technically I could own 1,000 properties and still be worth $6.
Mhm.
Now, years over time, when debt gets paid down, that's where my net worth comes into value. So do I think but like, no, he's not worth $1 billion. The things he owns are worth $1 billion.
Yeah, but if he paid off the loans on those things,
He would then be worth $1 billion. Well, if he sold it, right?
no, he wouldn't be worth $1 billion if he sold it because he'd have to pay off the
You'd
loan.
have to pay off, but you're saying if he paid it off, right?
If he paid it off from the sales, he ain't worth $1 billion.
No, I don't think so.
Right.
Correct. I agree with you on that
Right.
statement. Yes. You know,
Do all of his assets equal? Great. All of my assets are over $1 million.
right.
But if I have to pay off the shit that I have to pay off, I'm not worth over $1 million.
That's exactly it, right? So like,
I'm worth maybe 600, 700,000.
Yep.
Because again, yeah, my house, I only have to pay 81,000 on,
right,
but I still have to pay 81,000 on.
right, and that's a prime example. The house is worth 250,
Yeah.
let's just say, and you owe 81. So technically, the difference is like $170,000, right? And so you have 170,000. Now and this is what I hate about TVs and things, but like now you're paying taxes on that 100. Well, no, you live there. Sorry.
Yeah, but if
was a
I
Trump
don't
thing.
if I don't go buy another house,
No,
if
you're-
I just take that money,
yeah, you're fine.
I thought you had to
Nope.
purchase another property.
Nope. For you, as long as you own or occupy it. So within 2 of the last 5 years,
Okay.
you get a $250,000. And so now, okay,
Exemption.
yeah, if we're talking $1 million,
Okay.
you're paying taxes, but like $250,000, you get it tax free. So you're going to be fine. So you'd walk away with $170,000. You know, minus closing costs, whatever it is. So it's 160. So that's the idea. So like with Trump, again, I don't know what things are leveraged at. I don't know any part of his business.
Mhm.
And he could have refied, he could have done things, who knows, right? Like the thing he's getting into trouble for right now is, you know, he went to go buy something saying, hey, I'm worth $1 billion. And the bank believed him because they're like, yeah, sure, this is worth it. But then now they're saying, oh, it's not. And he borrowed against it. And it's like, well, no, you made the loan, right? Like you fucked up, not me, right? Like I didn't make, like, if you asked would I give the guy a loan, the answer is no, right? Like, I mean, I'm not putting any dollars towards that guy, right?
No, because you just can't trust it to get paid.
Right. You know, I mean, you know, it's the same as you and oh, why can I not think of her name? The pallets.
Oh yeah, yeah, Vanessa.
Vanessa, yeah, sorry. Right? Like you guys partnered on it. You have to trust that each of you are giving each other the money that you did. What like that's a trust thing that you have to do that, right? So yeah, no, net worth not $1 billion, and that's I say it's very very hard for me, right? Go with Grant Cardone, kind of the same aspect of things, right? He owns a private jet that he paid. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna make stupid numbers up. $52 million or whatever it might be. $250 million. I don't actually know. Don't care. That's a depreciating asset, right?
You followed him a lot.
I did.
Is he as big of a douchebag as I think he is?
Yes.
Okay.
Very much. And
Because I know people that follow him and they just think he's, the sun rises and sets in his ass.
yeah, of course.
And
But
I just think he's a pompous shithead.
you got to see through people, right?
Right.
And the idea is like when COVID came, he ran like a little bitch with his head between his legs, right? And then went and raised more money. And people, again, people will get into bed with people that they believe in and trust in and do whatever. But right, that's what you have to see. I don't do shit, and that's what keeps me from doing
The,
billions of dollars in deals.
the money thing bothers me the most because if people have a lot of money, everybody assumes that they're smart.
Mhm.
And they're not necessarily smart. They just have money.
Yeah.
There's a lot of luck involved in having money.
There's a lot of luck and there's a lot. I mean, it's a lot of drive. You look at Grant Cardone and Grant Cardone, his money, he's the same thing. All of his is in commercial real estate
Yep.
type thing. He's raising money from other people to go buy a deal, and he puts himself at 20% ownership, 25, whatever part ownership, and then everybody gets a little piece of that pie,
Mhm.
right? Hey, we're gonna give you a preferred return of 8%. We talked about it in the syndication thing, but his worth is because he just goes and finds a deal or he puts his name out. Like he's gotten such a big name to where people just throw him money,
Yeah.
right? And that's something you can do. You just have to get to that big.
It's the same as Bernie Madoff, except what he's doing is legal. And what Bernie Madoff did was just literally a Ponzi scheme where he took your money and then paid off the first guy.
Right.
And then he took my money and paid off the second guy.
Yep.
And there was really never any invested money that anybody was making.
Yeah. And that's exactly it, right? So you have to just figure out who you believe in and trust in. And
Well, again, it's the thing that I hate the most about Musk. I think Musk was exposed when he bought Twitter because he way overpaid for Twitter and he's turned it into dog shit.
Yeah.
And there are still the Musk bros that are out there that are like, Elon does everything great and he's just the greatest. But there are a lot of other people that are like, literally, this guy got money from his dad
Mhm.
and has never built anything. He's just bought stuff.
Yeah.
And then he pretends that he's the one that made that stuff. And people believe that with Tesla or SpaceX, that's fine. But nobody's sitting there going, oh my God, he made Twitter, because everybody is smart enough to know that Twitter existed long before he bought it because there was enough publicity out there going, Twitter got bought by Elon Musk.
Mhm.
And people see what it has turned into now, which is just a
shit.
hub of disinformation.
Yeah.
And him with one of the main people spreading disinformation.
Yep.
And people are like, I'm not sure this guy's as smart as we thought he was.
It's like I think he just knows how to create the sale of what people are looking for,
Mhm.
right? And
He's a good bullshitter.
he has enough money to buy the interest of what he wants. Like,
There's a lot of good bullshitters out there.
that was one thing we talked, with the Trump here. He's going to get rid of all electric cars and
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's like, I don't see America, and that's the thing. America will be wasteful like that, and we'll just get rid of it, right?
Yeah.
But all that tells me, and I don't know the correlation, but all that tells me is that oil money has bought him so much
Mhm.
that he's going to stop it. But I do I want an electric car right now? No. I travel sometimes way too far. Right? I can't make it to Texas and back on one battery type thing. But I do see eventually there's going to be a point where the battery will last me. And like, yes, I think that there's a possibility to have something.
Would you buy a hybrid?
I owned a hybrid before.
Yeah. So you would go with a hybrid that gives you a little bit of each.
Yeah, I mean, and we owned a hybrid, and one thing I liked about it is when the battery goes, it just becomes a normal car.
Yeah. It
which is
just
fine, like,
drives off gas.
yeah, which is fine with me, right?
And then if you can charge it, you charge it.
No, you don't have to charge it.
Oh, does it charge on
They,
its own?
they auto charge, yeah.
Okay.
So like through the stopping and things like that.
Yeah.
It's basically like an alternator type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so just creates itself. So and Yeah, we had a Honda Civic Hybrid for a while. So, and it was fine car.
Yeah.
Weird because it shuts off.
Right.
Like, I mean,
Yeah, but even regular cars
They do
nowadays
now.
shut off.
Well,
My wife drives her Equinox, and when we're at a stop sign or stoplight, the fucker shuts off.
yeah, that's weird to me. So,
And then you push the gas, and all of a sudden it starts up, and you go again.
so, so I don't see why we'd spend hundreds of millions of dollars to do all this research for somebody to be like, yeah, we're not doing this anymore.
Well, again, I say this all the time. I'm not a Democrat. I'm a leftist.
Yep.
I don't necessarily love Biden, but it's better than Trump.
Yep.
You know, I look at some of the things that have come in the 4 years now that we've been under Biden, and they bitch and moan that we're not energy independent like we were under Trump. We were never energy independent off of Trump, and we're drilling more now than we did under Trump.
Yeah.
So just stop fucking lying. They're talking about the open borders. The open borders are horrible because the first day he was in office, he opened the borders. No, he didn't. And there was legislation on the table to close the borders. And the Republicans went, nah, Trump said this is bad. We're not voting for it.
Right.
So again, you just don't want to solve issues.
Yeah, well, that's the only thing that they're
You
running
just
on.
want to keep rage farming. And that's the shit that pisses me off the most. I want solutions. I don't really give a shit who comes up with them. I want better healthcare, cheaper healthcare. I want women to have the same fucking rights as men, not be told what they can and can't do with their own fucking body. I want gay people to have the same rights as straight people, not be told who they can and can't marry.
Right.
You know, I want normal basic rights for people. I want minimum wage to raise. It hasn't raised since what, 2009?
Yeah, if not
It's 725. That's ridiculous. Who the fuck can live off 725?
right. I don't know anybody that's paying it either, but
But
I understand.
we can't pay it here.
Right.
But if you go to Ohio, because we're going to Ohio next week to go to the zoo,
Oh, I think we are too.
a bunch of places in Ohio are hiring for 725 because they can.
When are you going?
We're going Monday.
Oh, we might be too.
If you go Monday, we'll meet up.
No shit.
You going to Cincinnati?
To the zoo? Yeah.
We are, yeah.
Yeah, we talked about doing that and then driving over to
Brewdog?
Tennessee area.
Oh yeah, Kentucky.
Gatlinburg.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
So, and then staying in the mountains for a
If
couple days.
you go
Yeah.
Monday, we'll meet up down there. We're gonna go see hippos and
Yeah, I say because we talked about going to Atlanta because the only pandas that are around, and then
Yeah,
she's like, I don't want to drive 12 hours, and I was like, it's 10 hours to this one, and she goes, well, we can stop at Cincinnati. I was like, fine, whatever.
Cincinnati's great, and the
Yeah.
zoo's great.
Yeah, I say, yeah. Didn't even think about
If you go, let us know because Dawn gets a discount.
Oh, sweet. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll let you know. So
For everybody listening right now, that will not matter to any of you because we will go well before this publishes.
yeah, I say we'll let you know how the trip was afterward.
Seriously.
So, guys, as always, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. Sorry for the randomness of tonight, but we hope you enjoyed it, and we hope you get a better view of who we are as people.
I mean, for this time, we did talk a lot of business, which was great.
Yeah.
I am very much in favor of 4-day, 32-hour work week, especially for myself.
I'm very much in favor for people doing what they want to do during the hours, unless it's a job that you have to be there for certain things, right?
Yeah, I mean, I get that. If
Right.
you know, if you're a police officer, they work 24 hours, you know, so you have to have somebody available 24 hours. I get that. Nurses, doctors, I get that.
Yep. Set hours.
Somebody that's pushing papers,
Right.
even somebody that works in a fucking store.
Yeah. I mean, for the most part, right? Like, say now with all the, with all the, I always want one person on the registers,
Mhm.
right? Because I still like to go that, but like the self scan, right? I mean, you think about it, you don't need this, but a person that's stocking, it's funny because they want somebody to be stocking during the rush times and stuff like that. And it's, to make sure it's still there. And it's like, fuck, I'll show up at 3 a.m. and that's when I'm stocking. All right.
Yeah.
Like Meyer always stocks at night, but like,
Yep.
they always have people refilling during the day because it runs out. So you know what? Make us wait. Make us wait. It's great that we have it right there, but hey, and I understand you don't want somebody going, hey, can you get me these chips? Can you get me these chips, these chips, these chips? But like, I don't know, right? If the person doesn't show up, whatever. I think we're all in a hurry to get everything we want right here and right now. And if we slowed life down just a little bit, I think we'd be that much more successful.
I think that's a lot of an American thing.
Yeah.
We do that a lot here.
So tell me about your drinks.
So the rum punch from New Holland, very good. And I'm not a huge pineapple or coconut fan, but I do really enjoy that beer. The Soft Parade from Shorts, I've had many times, love it. And from Mobcraft, the Amber Ale, very good as well. Nick, how was your water?
My water was great. Thank you so much. Guys, I know you won't hear this, but we'll see you on Saturday for the baseball episode.
I might try to push to get this up tomorrow, but no promises.
No rush.
So thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be back next week sometime. If you have show ideas, please hit us up. We want to know what you want to hear about. We'll talk to you later.
You've dialed in.
To Box and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these
Because
stuff.
they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, cause shit's not funny.
And save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
brews.
and brews.
Bucks and brews.